Hey everybody, and welcome back to another day of Gloomhaven. Today we'll be taking on Scenario 7. We've already got everything ready. We did our city event, we got nothing from it. We did our road event, we gained 10 collective gold, we unlocked a scenario, and we'll each have to discard 2 cards in the very first turn, so excellent. Alright, so let's get into the scenario. So we're looking at Scenario 7. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. I think this is supposed to be... Hold on. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Hopefully I can just check in the FAQ and this will actually be what I think it is. I guess I should have waited to start the VOD until after checking this. I hadn't looked at the scenario rules yet. Hold on. I assume this one's been clarified in the FAQ, but if it has not, I've got a first-hand source, which is better. Hold on. Okay. So basically, this scenario, the goal for the scenario is to loot all the treasure tiles, right? The joke is that you have to do a loot action to do it. Have a loot action to do it. Ultimately, though, for some reason this one's just been missed, I guess, in the FAQ, but generally speaking, scenarios where you have to loot treasure tiles have a special rule that, well, so it says they cannot be looted by normal end of turn looting. Okay. But they also typically have an additional rule that allows you to forego a bottom action to perform a loot 1. And this one in the FAQ nor in the rulebook has that. This one does not have that. However, that is something it should have. And I can say that with a high degree of certainty. So, yeah, I think that we will just apply that here. It's weird that that one's not in the FAQ. I mean, could we consider doing this without having that? I mean, we could, because we do have bottom loot actions. So, there are a couple reasons why this is, I mean, I guess we have retrieval. I guess, alright. You know what, I'll jump through the hoops for your amusement. I guess that's the fairest way to put this. So if you're playing this yourself, I highly recommend that you just apply that rule. Playing without the updated rule is just stupid. It's like highly punishing randomly to certain classes which don't have an effective loot action at level 1. And it's also just like creates really random and frustrating scenarios because you have you bring a card because you have to bring a loot card, and then if you lose, it just gives everyone an additional card that they can't lose. I don't know. Overall, it is a really rough mechanic, and that's the reason why it makes so much sense to just apply the special rule. However, we can try to play it the way it's written in the book, since I don't have a written source proving that it should be done differently. So let's do that, and we'll see how it goes. All right. So accordingly, do we have any additional loot actions we could bring? So we could bring Flaming Sickle there. We have no other loot actions here. And obviously, we don't have loot actions here. Okay. Okay, so what about the enemies we're facing for this scenario? We're facing Inox Shaman, Cave Bears, Forest Imps, and Earth Demons. So Shaman and Forest Demons, or Forest Imps, 2 of the most difficult enemies in the game. I don't think we really want any of these cards. I mean, Signs of the Void is still fine, but at this point just can't justify it. Oh yeah, we definitely want our Shield Spike stuff, but I also, oh god. This is just going to be such a pain in the... Because I kind of have to bring this card because everyone has to have a loot card, but I also really want these cards because Shield Spikes, I guess, does it even work here? These enemies have attack for 5. Like, it's good against the Forest Imps. It's great against Forest Imps, actually, because I've got enough ways to immobilize and make them not run away. Alright. So what are the cards I can cut? Just nothing. Every single card I have is good. Alright, so I can't cut this. This theoretically could be cut. This can't be cut because of the scenario rules. And this theoretically can be cut. So is it like this and this out then for these 2 in? So the real question is, all right, so this is obviously in for one of these 2. The real question becomes, is it more reasonable to cut this or this? Both of these kind of do the same thing, which is making it so that ranged enemies, specifically Forest Imps, which are the enemies that Shield Spikes is going to be good against in this scenario, don't move away from us when we go next to them and do shield, so that they'll take the retaliate. The question is it better for us to have that effect on top or bottom? I guess technically we already have a bottom version of that with Strangling Chain, so having it on top seems good. Because the top one we could pair that with this, whereas the bottom one we can already pair like this with this, for example. So yeah, I think it makes sense to have it on top. So let's go ahead and grab that instead of Healing Sands. Means we are going to be lacking healing though. I mean, whatever. We've got the heal 6 from the Voidwarden. So put this in. Cut these two, which is a shame because these are both very good cards. All right. God, being forced to bring this is just so stupid. There's a reason these rules have been changed. Okay. I don't think there's anything down here we want to bring. I'll give the new favorite one more try. I know I said I would give it one more try last time, but I'll give it one more try here simply because last time it wasn't really fair. I mean, I don't know. We'll do one more scenario of trying the new favorite, and then we'll just switch to doing it for wind and swap things around accordingly. So for now, this is just fine. I guess we even have another loot action here. Yeah, so Hatchet's gonna have to be our savior for this scenario, huh? And on Voidwarden, we generally don't have any cards that can really get cut. The only thing that can potentially get cut is Lure of the Void. Is there something I could cut Lure of the Void for? I mean, I guess we have this and this. Like, Close to the Abyss is good here because Forest Imps can apply poison and Cave Bear's wound, so having multi-target heals to remove the wound is useful. But if I bring one of those, I really want to bring both of them. Is there any way I can cut two cards? I can literally never cut any of these cards here. Nor this, nor this, nor this, nor this, nor this, nor this, nor this. So no. So I can cut one card. I hovered over Wicked Scratch, but that is not what I meant. I don't think this is worth, so I think we'll just stick like that, and we'll run it. Alright, let's see how it goes. Do we have the correct health pools for everyone? Let's double check that. So 11, 20, and 15 are the correct health pools. Wait, what? Did we really not? We just didn't give Hatchet the correct amount of health last time, did we? Huh. Well, oh no, 14, 14, 14. Monday like Tuesday. Alright, everyone does have the correct health. Okay. So again, we have to loot every single treasure tile. I believe the treasure tiles are supposed to already be placed because they're the objectives. I'm not 100% on that though, I never remember. Alright, so basically every single room is gonna have a treasure tile except for this room. There's like one in here, one in here, one here, and one here. The one here is back here, and the one here is like right here. The one here I think is probably in the back, and the one here I think is over on the left. Again, this is just without looking at the book, but purely from memory. / like scenario design metagaming. Alright, I remember this one, yeah. Yeah, this one always comes down to the wire for me. I've never had this one not be close, so we'll see how it goes. All right. Well, let's set up shield spikes, and then we're gonna set up shield spikes. We're probably just doing this. Let's take a look. Yeah, I mean the movement on the K-Bears is gonna be like 5 or something like that. Yeah, so they're always reaching us. I mean everything in this room is always reaching us this turn. So there's no time for setup. Let's just do the thing. I mean, otherwise, is there a world in which we don't do shield spikes? We just go like do our pull attack. Sorry, I have to blow my nose quickly. Thank you. All right. Yeah, like the other option is I could like move somewhere and just pull one of the bears through the hazardous terrain because it represents a good amount of damage, but I think it's better to use this opportunity to get shield spikes up. Better question is, how do we not die? Not so easy. Lure of the Void is very tempting here. God, but I've talked about this before. If you don't do Master Influence turn 1, you always regret it. Always, always regret it. So let's do it. Because Lure of the Void would be nice, just because I could basically stop it. I mean, Lure of Void would essentially be a 9-point damage swing here, targeting one of these. Just putting this here, it's 4 damage plus the disarm, stopping an attack 5. I mean, really, an attack 5 wound is like 6, although if they all go on the same target, it's 5. That's such a huge swing. The annoyance with this is, well, first of all, then we want to Master Influence up, and we know exactly how that goes. Secondly, in order to do that, we have to move because we don't have range. So we would just be like doing a move in that, which means we're kind of wasting a bottom because normally the enemies will come to us. So I think it does make more sense just do this and this, go late, and stun one of the bears after he's run to us. And as for you, setting up the new favorite. And so our bottom healing is going to be very useful here. We kind of just want to throw away a bottom here. As usual, this is probably the most reasonable to throw away. Yep. I mean, I guess, hold on. 1 top, 2 top. So 1 top, 2 top, 3 top. No, I need to save that to use as a top. Let's just use the favorite here as a throwaway. All right. Here we go. Cave Bears are 14, huh? This is their attack wound. Oh, attack immobilize. Oh, dear God. Also, my positioning is not correct. It should be like this. All right. So the red guard doesn't even get to shield before they go. Huh. Okay. Well, at least the imps aren't doing the disgusting thing. Yeah. That's it's very bad. It's very, very bad. -1, -1. So they move 4, attack 4. Doesn't really matter too much. 1, 2, 3 to here. I guess I'd rather him be here than here, honestly. So, like so. Alright. Wounded. So he didn't shuffle these things. Well, everything's supposed to auto-shuffle, but... Oh, Mr. Battle Goals. Damn. Just one of those weeks, huh? As long as one of the battle goals isn't don't get mobbed by 3 bears in the first turn, we shouldn't have anything influencing our decision here. So we have to overkill a monster or be at 2 or less hit points. Well, we can't overkill a monster. We'll try to be at 2 or less hit points. Since we can't hit monsters. Yay, Voidwarden and battle goals. Kill 3 or fewer monsters or use your items 2 plus, so it's level plus 2. So our level is 6. We need to use our items 8 times. Yeah. As a tank, this is like the easiest personal goal ever. The better question is whether we'll win the scenario, which seems less likely. Gain 7 or fewer experience, or kill 7 experience, or kill 7 or 5 or more monsters. Sorry. Ah, God, I don't know why. Yeah, obviously we're gonna try to kill or gain 7 or less experience. We always do, I think, either of these pretty easily, but 2 check marks is more than 1. That will get us another check mark or another perk. Okay, so here we go. 3. Sure, we'll take it. 5. And a miss. Nice miss. Okay. So this has to be used both times. I'll save the shield for when we have shield spikes up, because it's always going to be 1 mitigation here, right? So a 3 and a 5 becomes a 2 and a 4, so we take 6 total. Not getting the shield up for this sucks so badly. And we are immobilized, as well as wounded. These two have an 8 wound, yeah. Okay, Hatchet goes. We're going to gain 2 experience and activate the new favorite. And this does nothing. So in the end, it would have actually been better if we started here, but because of the possibility of multi-target and stuff like that, I always would have started in the back like this. Which is a shame, because 1 free wound here would actually be quite nice, but oh well. Is there anywhere I want to move to? No, I'm actually quite good where I am. Alright. While red guard's up, we take 1 from our wound. Just use the healing potion now. I mean, probably. Probably just forced to. I mean, I know I'm going to get re-wounded. The issue is that we just need the health, because we're going to take 1,000,000 damage over this turn and the next. So I'm going to heal myself for 3, remove the wound, give myself shield 1, strengthen, gain 2 experience, set up shield spikes. there we go. And we're no longer immobilized. We do have the one shield, though. Alright, the 4 stimps go, so they're all going to curse us. I'm pretty sure the normals have innate curse as well. They have range 4. Like so and so. Both attacks here. They attack for 4 and 3 respectively, I think. Yes. So the 4, we have a helmet, so with our innate shield that's 3 damage. And with our innate shield, so this is a 2, with our innate shield that's 1 damage. So we take 4 more damage. And 2 curses. I will say, these days I love fantasy setup, so I really can't complain in general. If I were to voice one complaint, it's that putting the curses and blesses up here, these is so strange. Like realistically, they should just be down here. Like all this stuff, I mean, legitimately, all this stuff should just be shifted upwards. I guess they're afraid of putting the 2 different curse decks a little bit too close to each other, but you could even separate them a little bit. Like whatever, put the player reference in the battle goals, and then put the blesses and the other curses. It's weird to have them just kind of on opposite ends. Makes it difficult to reach sometimes. Again, just nitpicking. This mod is amazing. Alright, set up Master Influence and stun ourselves. Curse ourselves. Stun ourselves would be a bit worse. Curse ourselves by stunning one of them. So like this one we're probably going to try pushing to here with a new favorite or something like that. So why don't we stun one of these? I guess this one. Sure. And curse ourselves. Okay. Now we've all played our setup cards, we can actually start playing. Alright, well, we know exactly what we're doing here on Hatchet. We're going to do some AoE while we can. And specifically, we're going to ricochet 2 targets with Fancy Hat. Just doing as much damage as we can as quickly as possible. It's annoying because realistically what we want to be killing in this room are these, not these, but easier said than done, right? So Lure of the Void does still do the thing. That plus the push. The issue is we can't use Lure of the Void and go quickly. Because we don't have a bottom that will allow us to go quickly when we use Lure of the Void top. Unless we move, and that's... There's just no reason to move here. Alright, so what if we just do Stand Fast plus the Last Journey? Yeah, I think that's probably where we're at here. Just also going for maximum damage. Start chewing through these bears as quickly as we can. Again, the bears are not the targets to focus, but our party doesn't, like, we don't have, basically like a demo, essentially. Of the Jaws line characters, a demo would be the one who could, like, come up here and start messing with these. Like, you know, a mobile melee attacker. We don't have that. We have, like, a ranged attacker who sits behind the tank and fights, and a support, and then we've got the tank. Like, the Red Guard could go over and start messing with these, but then what happens to us, you know? Alright. So... it's got to be a bottom disarm here. Just to try to take as little damage as possible. I guess an immobilize also does the thing. I guess if this one does get pushed away, the immobilize on that, if we go after, ooh, that's interesting. And we could get a wound on another one of them with this. I like that. 56. Oh. Oops. Oh, no. It's like, it's not that. It's this. Yeah. This works out perfectly. Perfectly, actually. So, we push one away with the the new favorite, since that's one push, puts this to here, and then we can do our top immobilize attack on that one so it won't reach us. And because we don't have to move to do anything, we can also at the same time use this bottom just to make an attack 1 wound, getting wounds started probably on the stun one or one of these two. Again, we're not doing anything to the imps, which is just a recipe for disaster because the imps can just destroy us. At the end of the day, I don't really have too much choice in the matter. This is not a position from which I can just decide to focus the imps and ignore these cave bears, which will just maul the rest of my party to death. So we just have to kind of get lucky with inflips. Of course. Yep, and that's how you end the scenario. God, back-to-back turns of this nonsense, come on. Ugh. Imps have a lot of stuff in their deck where they can just do nothing, and that's basically what I needed. So the Imps have a heal action, or maybe even 2 heal actions. Yeah, they have. Where is it? Oh yeah, they have a heal action, and then yeah, so there's the phase out ability, and then there's also this. So I kind of just needed one of these things flipped. Even if they'd flipped one of these, this would be okay. Flipping one of the 43s here is just a disaster. And standard stuff from you. God. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we ever recover from. Now we're gonna be up to 6 curses in our decks. Well, just have to try to use advantage to avoid them. All right, well, Hatchet's up first. I'm going to use the bottom of Fancy Hat, add +1 to all your attacks this round. I'm going to use the top of Ricochet. This is going to be attack 4, 2 target. Going to use the Eagle Eye Goggles here. I know I don't have the curses yet, but I just need to deal damage now. I'm going to hit number 4 and number 3, I suppose. And I'm going to push. I'm going to throw the favorite, using the push, wound, all that stuff, on number 4. Yep. I guess I could stun the other one as well while I'm at it. Maybe this is just necessary. We're going to be taking so much damage here. And the Voidwarden does not have the ability to stun. Yeah, that's probably worth it. All right. I mean, this is just such a hard spot we're in. I think, like, I hate having to use so many resources in the very first room of a long and difficult scenario, especially a long and difficult scenario where we're frequently fighting imps and shaman, which are, again, 2 very difficult enemy types. But at +3 difficulty, the amount of damage these enemies are dealing relative to our mitigation, like, currently, we're essentially using almost all Prosperity 1 items, right? And Prosperity 1 items don't really do the thing defensively against level 6 enemies. So without higher level items, and we haven't really been able to do much in the way of enhancements because we've also been gated by prosperity. Like we're fighting end game monsters with beginning game campaign characters. Like aside from the fact that I mean, we are higher level cards, but I don't know. Our higher level cards aren't really providing us the mitigation we need to deal with this much incoming damage. So I actually just I have to do stuff like this. I don't really have a choice. So I'm going to push this one. I'm going to favorite this one. I'm going to use the stun powder on this one. All right. I mean, could just hope to draw a natural stun instead. That it is annoying about having the stun powder on Hatchet is that you've got the natural stun in your deck, but no, we shouldn't count on that. All right, number 4 and then number 3. Number 4 is with the new favorite. Okay, that's nice. So that's a 10. So 3 plus 1 plus 3 plus 3. Yep, that's a 10. That's beautiful. And wound. And then number 3. Okay. So that's a 6. And it's stunned. It's also muddled, but that doesn't matter so much. All right. Well, I mean, we did the thing as well as we could. The new favorite definitely looking good here. Red guard's up. I'm going to use the top of Radiant Sickle. I'm going to create light and do an attack 3 range 2 immobilize, targeting number 4. I'm still advantaged. Okay. So 5 damage there. This is immobilized. And then I'm going to do an attack 1 wound. I think I prefer to... Oh no, because I'm going to have this one attack and... Oh no, I can't. Oh, that's annoying. I actually can't have these attack because of the way I stun them. That is obnoxious. Hmm. I mean, I guess it was kind of always going to be like that. I wanted to use one of them to wound another one, but not possible in the end. Oh well. And we'll just have an ally, gift an ally to the attack. That scares me because we're going to gift this attack to the Hatchet, and we know exactly how that ends. With a -2 or miss, but... Yeah, okay. No, so... Uh... So the wound is better here because it ticks for longer and deals more damage. At the same time, the sooner we kill another enemy, the better. Oh, sorry. The favorite is also up here. But we've got so much damage to deal in this room. I think I'd rather just be efficient with the wound. I know I was just talking about how we need to mitigate some of this incoming damage, but we also need to deal a lot of damage, and we need to be able to start dealing with these. I think I'd rather just put the wound here for now. So an attack 1 there. Still advantaged. Okay, nice to get a curse out of the deck. So we do 2 damage and wound this. Alright. So we're done. So then the Voidwarden goes. So I'm going to do an attack 4 curse, creating dark. Here I'm going to definitely be attacking number 3. I can't afford that. I just cannot afford that here. I think I can do about it, but all right. We do give them a curse. And then I'm going to use the bottom of Stand Fast. I'm going to consume the light to get using Master Influence to get +1 attack and advantage. We're going to grant the Hatchet an attack on number 3. Yeah, and did get the natural stun in the end. Damn it. Oh well. It's an attack 4. I mean, we were flipping a lot of modifiers there, but I don't know. It's 4 out of 14, right? Oh no, 6 out of 14. Is our deck that big? How do we have... Oh, I guess our deck is just that big, yeah. I thought it was 14 cards. I guess it was here, it was 14 cards, but that was with the 2 curses or something. Anyway, so we were 4 out of 16. Not exactly, but essentially. So we're essentially like 1 out of 4 to have stunned this. I don't think that that was good enough odds. I mean, it did work out that way in the end, but I suppose it was a mistake, though. If I knew that I was going to... I mean, I guess I didn't think about the fact that I was going to have to use Stand Fast on Ally. I had planned on having one of the bears do it just because their attacks innately apply wound, but it just didn't work out well with the way they get positioned because I can't use one of the stun ones to attack. Anyway, I shouldn't have used the stun powder on the first attack because I could have always used it on the second gifted attack. It wouldn't have changed anything in the end. I would have used it there and then flipped the stun. But that actually was a misplay. Okay, well, we're done. God, that miss is really the worst part there. Just needed that damage. I think, and also I will just use the Ring of Skulls here, just to absorb some curses. Or a curse, maybe 2 if we get lucky. Is it ever likely we get rid of 2? I mean, if they get a -1, yes. So sure. Yeah, I'm just summoning the Ring of Skulls right here. Again, just so that it can get attacked, take a curse or 2. Okay, Cave Bears go. Everyone with a wound suffers 1 damage. This one loses its immobilized. These 2 lose their stuns, and this one goes down 1 as well. All right, Forest Imps. So this one's going to hit the Red Guard and the Summon. So Red Guard first. Okay, I did shuffle there, so that was just... I mean, it's not like these are the most important attacks to draw curses on, so... Speaking of curses, so 2 to the Red Guard, and then on the Summon. Nice! That's actually quite good. That's really big. So this was an attack for 3, -1. The Summon has 3 health normally, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So it takes 2 damage, goes down to 1. Alright, so we get 2 curses for the Red Guard and 2 curses for the Voidwarden. But getting 2 curses for the Voidwarden and Red Guard, I mean, basically taking these 2 curses on the Voidwarden is so much better than taking these 2 curses on the Hatchet. Okay. And then the regular goes and attacks... Oh, I've actually... No, it was a miss, yeah, so I don't have to take any damage. Attacks the Red Guard. +1. So this would be 3 damage then? Yeah. We've got no more defensive things. I mean, we've got the shield, but again, I'll still save that for when it actually does something with shield spikes. And 2 curses, and the Summon. Yeah, the Summon dies now, and we take no curses. Alright, well, good job, Summon. You've been a very effective Summon item. Alright. Yeah. And I did give the second set of 2 curses. Yes, I did. Because we've got 6 curses out of the deck now. We've drawn 1 curse, but we also cursed ourselves once on the Voidwarden. Yeah, so that is the 6 total curses that have been given. Alright, can the imps just take a turn off, please? I just need 1 turn of a break from them. I mean, it's unfortunate that they didn't do it a little bit earlier. But, yeah. Need a small reprieve from them. Alright, well, I'm just going to use Follow Through to kill the bear that's over... I mean, that has the favorite in it, and I'm going to use... Flip from the Flesh then to do a little bit of healing on the Red Guard. So the Red Guard desperately needs healing, and I don't need to move, so Rip from the Flesh works out quite well here. As for here, so we have Dark. And we can gift an attack, and that's about it, or I can do a 2-target curse. What are we up to, I guess is the better question then. I can actually immobilize both of these bears and then run away. That's actually really good here because of the fact that uh, bears don't have ranged attacks. This actually works out very well. So I immobilize both of them and do what? I mean, I could go there. I guess this, yeah, this works actually. I can do this. If I do, I mean, I guess now I kind of want the imps just to do a normal attack, and of course now they're gonna do some other nonsense. But I mean, just don't do the 43s, whatever. I guess I don't really care that much. I'd like them to just do like the 37s or the 76s or whatever. 37 would really be the best, but just not the 43s, and I'll be happy. Yeah, so actually I can do this because this is gonna give me a shield anyway, and I've got one more shield here, so this is gonna do a bit of mitigation plus damage to these. I'll use my jump boots to go over to the other side and immobilize these two. Hatchet takes care of this. But then the hatchet healing actually doesn't work here. Hmm. Because of our initiative. So otherwise, how else could we do this? I mean, I guess we could still use follow through. No. It's a bit of an annoyance because this being here means I can't go retrieval with boots and grab the favorite because then I'll get attacked by this one. Unless I go later, but I can't go later because I really need to kill this one early. I think I'm just playing these two cards anyway. Maybe I'll just use the bottom heal as a move then. I just got to go as early as possible and kill off this, and it makes sense for it to be these two cards. I guess hold up. Technically, Rip from the Flesh top kills, doesn't it? So I could go 1, 2, 3 to here and just use Rip from the Flesh top, and that also gives me the initiative. I mean, I guess that can also just be done with follow through. So either way, this makes sense. I wouldn't have to use my boots then, is the thing, if I do something different, but yeah, I mean, I could just use one of these move threes, like this one. It's a shame because I don't need the healing right now, but maybe that's fine. Maybe it's better to do that and say follow through as an actual attack. I mean, I don't know. This is a better attack anyway. I mean, I guess the point is it saves me the boots. The boots are maybe valuable here. I'm not even sure. I'm really not even sure, but let's try it like this. Okay. So the Voidwarden, then we're kind of free to do whatever we want. So Wicked Scratch doesn't do the thing because no one's going to be adjacent unless we go before the red guard, which is actually impossible. Um, Hatchet will be adjacent to us if we go before 20. Also not a given, though. So it doesn't seem like we can easily do this. So what can we do? Hmm. I guess realistically, I'm probably just going to play these two cards. I'm going to go late. I'm going to look to disarm one of these for next round and give them some curses. Basically the plan here. Alright, the Cave Bears go at 3. That's fine. I mean, them removing the wound is a little bit annoying. Oh yeah, that's especially annoying. Oh no, our Rip from the Flesh thing doesn't work. Ah, oh, now I should have played follow through. Ah, oh, damn it. Oh, so punished. God. Well, the Force Sims are doing their heal turn, so at least that's okay. I mean, I guess it's of course annoying because our red guard plans, but that's okay. We can make a new plan. All right. Well, Cave Bears are up first. They're going to take 1 from their wound, and they're going to heal 2. They also are going to have 1 shield and 2 retaliate here. So you go down to 2, up to 4, fall through it imperfect. You go down to 15, up to 17, and you go up to 11. All right, so the red guard's up now. All right, well, that has slightly changed things, hasn't it? I mean, I can still immobilize 2 of them, then we don't have to worry about them next turn. That's probably still worth it, huh? Which scenario is this? This is scenario number 7. Well, we can now get the healing. We don't have to go to the imps, I suppose. That could be the selling point here. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Let's just do the top here. Shield 1, shield does nothing. No one's attacking this round, of course. Mobilize target all adjacent enemies, create light. So we'll just immobilize the 2 bears. Ah, but then if we immobilize this bear, we can't actually... We can't move it with Lure of the Void. Yeah, I was expecting to go after them and have them already gotten rid of their immobilize, but that doesn't actually work here. So do we make a different plan that involves hitting something with Strangling Chain? The Retaliate makes this really brutal, though. I mean, we could do like Strangling Chain plus another attack, which is sort of great, but hmm. All right, I think God, this has not turned out to be a good turn at all. I needed them to do this sort of nonsense last turn, you know? All right. Yeah, I mean, let's just do the thing. Let's immobilize target all adjacent. Let's not target this one here. Let's just immobilize this one. We're basically spending our turn just CCing. Starting room is harsh. It is so harsh. That is a really tough starting room for sure. The worst thing is the scenario doesn't get easier from here. This is a very difficult scenario. It's crazy that this is scenario number 7, but Isaac's just getting them. All right. Like, so I actually want these things to move up, right? There's no real reason to go mobilize them back there. Having them move up is actually good for me. The annoying thing is how unlikely are we to kill this one, and then it's just gonna get healed up a bunch. These are healed 2s or healed 3s? Heals 2s. If only I played follow through. Yeah, I mean, I'm never killing this, and then it's getting healed, and he's getting healed after we wound it, which is just so brutal. Ugh. But even if I immobilize them back there, it doesn't change anything. This is still going to heal to that one. Otherwise, we just go and Strangling Chain this. Take a tiny bit of Retaliate. Yeah, I think that's actually best. I think that's actually what's necessary here. Okay. All right, we finally made it out of the plan. So I'm going to use the bottom Warrior of the Sun as a default move too. I'm going to go to here. Hatchet needs to go there. Yeah, so I'm going to go to here. And I'm going to make an attack 3 with Strangling Chain. Targeting number 4 here. Please don't miss. Please don't miss. Please don't miss. Okay. So we do 4 damage here. Sadly, it has 1 shield, so we do not kill it. The annoyance of which is that we take 2 retaliate. So we have options now, but yeah. All right, so we're done. It's also immobilized. That doesn't matter. I mean, technically it does. Let's put the immobilize on it. It's also strangled, so anytime it gets attacked, it suffers damage. All right, so we're done. So now Hatchet goes. So I could use Care Package Top. This is a 100% kill because of Strangling Chain to kill this one, and then that would trigger the on-kill thing from here, and we could then use this heal, do a heal 3, and strengthen. But I would rather actually go get the favorite back. I think that's more valuable. So what I'm instead going to do is I'm going to do move 3, 1, 2, 3, heal 1 on the red guard, create Earth, and then I'm going to use the top of Rip from the Flesh, loot 1 if an adjacent enemy has the favorite token. You return the token to its card. If you do, the adjacent enemy suffers 2 damage and gains wound. Alright, so this actually dies, and we get the favorite back. I mean, whatever, we have the favorite there, we know that we have it again. I think this is worth it, to be able to just attack with the favorite immediately next turn, without having to try to retrieval it or something. Just get 1 less healing this way. We also create an element, which can be used by the Voidwarden at some point. Okay, so we're done. So now the Forest Imps go. So, I mean, let's see, they have how much movement? +1. So this one's always going to here. Healing here for 2. And then this one, what's your focus? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. So now the Voidwarden's up. So I'm going to curse myself here. It's actually, it's funny, but in this scenario, cursing myself is sort of a positive. So I really don't want to consume the dark on my bottom abilities like this and freeze the soul. Because I'd rather just, like, we're going to end up taking so many curses from these Forest Imps throughout the course of the scenario. I would rather just stack all the curses in the Voidwarden's deck, which I'll rarely use. Okay, so I'll curse myself to give them 2 curses. Love this card. And then I'll use the top of Lure of the Void, consuming the dark, gaining 1 experience, and I'll disarm a target and force them to perform move 3. So we're going to do that to this one, just because it has more health. It's more likely we can kill this one than this one. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. I'll just put it as far away as possible. So it suffers 4 damage. And it's disarmed. Alright, and that's the end of the round. 1 second, I have to blow my nose again. Sorry. Just one of those days, I don't know why. Morning, Dwarf. Heyo. Alright. Okay. You got here just in time to watch us getting demolished. Alright, so what can we do now? Kind of have to move, huh? Just a bit of annoyance. Sorry. How useful can the push be here? Not very. Not really at all. Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's just time to attack something, and so we have like attack. So bottom. This turn, there's no guarantee that we're killing something to use the favorite. I mean, we should be. Now we got the curses in our deck. I mean, like if we attack this with the new favorite, we should be able to just retrieve it immediately. I guess the risk is we miss, and then we're just in a bad spot. But honestly, we're in such a bad spot already that I think we can't play around many things here. Does it make more sense then? No, because we got a -1 in our deck. Well, yeah, no, because we need to actually kill with the attack. Yeah, let's go like this. All right. So what are you up to? Disarming that would be great. Or disarming one of them would be great. Then what are we doing at the top? Nothing very impressive. But I suppose even a disadvantage attack is still okay here. Yeah, we're going to actually run out of top actions here if we do it like this, though. Otherwise, we create fire to be able to do this next turn. And just make an attack with this somewhere. Disarming is just so good here. But then, I mean, I guess we'll just be forced into stamina pushing. I don't like having a stamina push in here. We've already spent a fair number of item-based resources. Yeah, let's just go with this, I think. Okay. And so here we just have to move. I mean, we can either move and heal or move and attack. Regards at 8 health. God, I hate being forced to move and heal here, but it might actually be necessary. Same time, if we're healing, we're not like making progress and killing these number of things. I mean, our allies are kind of attacking, but their attacks aren't even that effective here. It feels too risky. I mean, we also have the element here. We have a weighted net. We can't actually use that. No, my inclination is just try to kill things here and hope for the best. What could possibly go wrong? All right. So the force imps are doing a 43 again. The poison one. Nice. The most dangerous of all of them, since we won't be able to heal anymore. God, I can't. I mean, 2 out of 4 flips they've done 43s. I hate force imps. Force imps are by far my most hated enemy in all of Gloomhaven. There's really nothing I hate on the same level as force imps. I think these enemies are just the most frustrating thing to deal with. It's just like RNG incarnate. It's the worst. It's truly the worst. All right. Uh, so what am I doing here? With an attack 5, no, it really doesn't do the thing. And we have to kill these, but we just can't, is the problem. So, accordingly, I mean, like, the thing that makes the most sense here is just for me to use this bottom, to create fire, to do a move 4 jump, using my boots to jump, and to go like this to here. The reason for that is I really want to pull this bear into this hazardous terrain to get as much damage as I can on it. The curse spam is a pain. Yeah, I mean, it's not so much as that. It's just that you can't avoid them. They're always going to hit you because they have, I mean, 4 movement, 4 range, right? So anywhere in the room you are, anywhere in Gloomhaven, these things are always reaching you and hitting you, right? They don't have non-move attack actions, so they're always like, if they're attacking, they're hitting you. The 243s are just disproportionately brutal. So like so imps can do a 24 in which they do absolutely nothing, which is just like it's hilarious, right? That like what I mean is the difference between their best actions and their worst actions is so huge that sort of you're determining the outcome of the fight just based off of this spectrum, right? If they flip a bunch, if they do this and the 24 a bunch, then it's going really well. If they do the 43s a bunch, sorry, I have to blow my nose one more time, then it's going terribly. Hold on. Sorry, I have no idea why my nose is so bad today. So yeah, I don't know. The 43 is just like their standard turn. Yeah, Tinkerbell sucks. Their standard turn of just doing like a 37 or 76 where they just attack or whatever, like this is fine. It's very annoying, but it's fine. The problem is just the 43s. The biggest problem is that the 43s are reshuffles. This is legitimately, I don't believe this is a good design. Because it just makes it so that the 43s can come up much more frequently than they should otherwise. At least if you see a 43, you should have the confidence that that's not going to happen anymore. The reshuffles should honestly just be like I mean, like, I don't know, the 37s or like a 76 and a 5 or something like that. Like I don't really know. The reshuffle should just not like making the reshuffle the thing that is so like when they do this for the turn, it is more than twice as powerful as the other thing they would be doing basically when they do a 43, which is sort of insane. Like imagine a monster, right? And imagine you have a point value for this monster. And the impact that this monster is going to have can literally be its normal amount, nothing based on its action card, or literally over twice what its normal effect would be, right? How do you balance this? And so that ultimately, the 43 is just a bad design, and these monsters are just underpointed. So there is 0.5, which is just incorrect. This is Gloomhaven Digital. Well done. They put these monsters at a 0.8 essentially, rather than a 0.5, which is just such a better idea, which is already so much better. I didn't actually even know Dwarf. I wish I'd known. We did not even look out. But Paris is pretty bright, so I don't think we would have any. I mean, it's called the City of Lights for a reason, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, I absolutely hate this. Ultimately, these monsters would have been made significantly better if the 43 weren't to reshuffle. That would be the only thing I could really say. All right, we create wind. In addition to fire, we've already done that, and we make an attack 5, range 4, pull 3. You target the bear, because putting these into the hazardous terrain doesn't do anything, and there's a chance we could at least kill off one of these bears. Yep, and this is the problem. This is the problem with fighting these enemies, is that once you get behind, you just stay behind, because you can't kill them. So we do 4 damage there. Because like once they start putting curses in your deck, your attacks just start missing, and then they just keep hitting you more and putting more curses in, you understand? Yeah. Alright. Well, anyway, so now we just... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're basically losing this scenario in the first room. It's been a while since I had to face Forest Imps, and man, do I ever hate these monsters. So what I'm supposed to do here, I need to try to like, all right, this turn, the only way I survive this scenario is if this dies, which I kind of just needed this attack to not miss, but whatever. If this dies, and if this dies, right? If these two die, we have a chance. If both of these don't die, it's just over. So again, it sucks to have to use like every single resource in the first room of the scenario, but I really don't have a choice. 4 more damage there. The reason why this is significant is because now the gifted attack from Wicked Scratch can kill the bear. Okay, so Voidwarden's up. So we're going to do a move 3 with the bottom of suggestion. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Oh crap! I can't actually. I guess it's got to be here. Yeah, I mean that's fine. Whatever. Where do I actually want to go to then? I mean, I guess going to here is fine. I actually do want it to be me that gets attacked by this. I can't get the poison on the red guard, so drawing aggro by being here is good. Okay, and then I'm going to use the top of Wicked Scratch. I'm going to Gift Dark, gain 1 experience, or gain Dark, gift 1 experience. Ah! Create Dark, gain 1 experience, and gift an attack 5 advantage by consuming the earth. Attack 5 advantage performed by the Hatchet targeting the Cave Bear. Alright, good job, Hatchet. Okay, and the Cave Bear is dead. Oh. I guess I should technically be counting this, but realistically, do I even need to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're already at 5. Like, if I use this and this is already done. So, you know what? Oh, no, I guess technically I'll need 1 more. Alright, sure, we're at 5. Here. It's almost impossible to ever not complete that on a tank class. Alright, so we're done on the Voidwarden. Do I have something to do next turn? Yeah, I mean, next turn I can just heal. So Hatchet goes. Again, just cannot miss this attack either. Sadly, don't have the goggles, so it is what it is. All right, we're going to make an attack 4, plus we're going to throw the favorite. We're going to target this regular Forest Imp here, because again, we just have to eliminate one of them. So we're hitting the regular Forest Imp. Thank God. All right, so it's dead. The favorite drops here. They don't even want to die. And then I'm just going to do a move 1, loot 1. I'm going to go to here, loot this, and recover the favorite. Okay. Forest Imp does its thing. So moves here, here, as we prefer. I guess here is fine. No, I guess here is fine. Just makes it easier for us to attack it. Sure. So it goes to there, attacks both of us. So we each get a curse. We each get poisoned. And here are the flips. So the first one is going to be the Voidwarden and then the Hatchet. Voidwarden 2, Hatchet 3. You didn't have any defensive items or anything like that, if I'm not mistaken. No. Alright, the Cave Bear goes. Cave Bear has -1 movement, but I'm sure that's enough. Yeah. Yeah, especially. I mean, Forest Imps plus Oozes in the same scenario, and it happens more than once, actually. We had another scenario, well, I guess I shouldn't say, which I considered doing today, which then I remembered which one it was, and I was like, oh, no, we will not be doing that one today. I mean, basically, what I mean is, so this scenario, after we beat the scenario on this, whatever, it's not really a big spoiler, we're going to get access to scenario 20, which is a scenario I'd like to complete. But I was thinking, well, I can't really write in the title that I'm going to do scenario 7 and 20 because I mean, I know this scenario and I knew how likely it is that I could fail this scenario. So I thought, all right, I guess I can't do that. So maybe I can just write, because like normally I like to write the title of both the scenarios for the day. All right, so if I write, maybe I'll just do 7. I could just grab one of my side scenarios, and I looked, and so I was like, oh wait, yeah, this is a random side scenario that we unlocked. That's cool. We could do that. And I was like, which scenario is this? I don't remember this one at all. And I went in the book and looked at which one it was, and I just slammed the book shut. I was like, nope, 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 because that is also a scenario with specifically oozes and forest imps. And yeah, so basically scenarios with oozes and forest imps are better known as RNG the scenario. It's literally what they are. Would you like a scoop of randomness with your randomness? There you go. You have basically 2 monster types, which just drastically alter the difficulty of scenarios by virtue of their card flips. It's actually a little bit annoying. Now, this doesn't work to do these things. I wanted to do these things because I'd like to do a bottom heal and a top heal, but I actually don't have range on the red guard, and the red guard actually is going to go after me. I could just go like this, though. It's probably fine. I mean, it's only bad if this specifically flips the poison again, I guess. Honestly, if it flips the poison again, I'm just going to flip the table. So, there. Easy enough, right? Yeah. I mean, it's 1 out of 8. There's no reason to think that that's going to happen, is basically my point. Okay. Alright. The other advantage of this is now we can use this to cleanse both the poison and the wound on ourselves. -1 attack, but we're poisoned, so this is an attack 5 on us. So 4 on us. Sure. Force Imp goes. This thing surprisingly being effective. The 24 being more effective than it's ever been in this thing's entire life. Alright, Hatchet's up. I'm going to make an attack 3, targeting this. I'm going to throw the new favorite. I'm going to throw the new favorite because I get the wound started on this enemy, and ultimately, like, I know it's super dangerous to do this with the muddle, but if I don't throw the new favorite here, this attack is just not doing anything. So, yep. Oh, thank God. Hatchet, I don't know what you did between the last couple scenarios and today, but thank you for it. I really appreciate it because, yeah, your flips here have been. I mean, Hatchet's flips are the only reason we're staying in this scenario right now. All right, so this is a 6 targeting the imp. We have disadvantage, so we have to take the first thing, which is perfectly fine with me. So a 6 is 4 damage here. We could push it, but that doesn't matter. We get to wound it. I guess the wound didn't matter. So the new favorite was very useful in the beginning of this room, and now it's going to sort of not be useful again because the push here didn't matter and the wound didn't matter because we're using Burn Away the Dark. Alright, red guard's up. Red guard. Gonna move 5 with Sand Devil. Yeah, going here is fine. I'm not sure if I actually want to be next to this thing. I guess I do. Sure. Oh no, but then I don't get to attack you as well. I mean, do I really even care? Yeah, because I can flip some curses out of my deck since I'm muddled. Sure. Let's consume the fire. Oh, I forgot to... I just realized now I forgot my road event. Whatever. Alright, there's an easy enough way to solve this problem, which is that... We'll just do it for the next scenario. I forgot to discard 2 cards on everyone. As if this scenario wouldn't have been hard enough. Alright, let's just create a note card for myself. It's too difficult to reverse engineer this here. So, I mean, we did end up cheating. I just realized this now. It's just one of those days. I don't know why. I mean, it's not Monday. I don't really have that excuse. It's just, I don't know, long week? I can't even say. So what I'm looking for are components, tools, note card. Alright, so let's just create a note card for ourselves here. Since we've given ourselves the collective gold, I mean, alright, we'll pretend as if we don't have this right now. I'll write this down in the notes. Add 10 collective gold for next road event. We'll basically just move forward that road event. Road event missed. Everyone discards 2 cards at scenario start. Alright, so we'll just add this to the second scenario we do for the day, but I'm making this note card just in case. I mean, never know. So basically, we've already clicked on the scenario on the map. I'll pretend as if that scenario is not currently unlocked. I mean, I could just de-unlock it, but that's not necessary. And I'll just apply this road event to the next thing. I don't know. I forgot battle goals today. I forgot road events. Normally, I never forget battle goals. I'm so good at remembering them, so I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on today. All right, I'm going to go down to 4. I'm going to use the heal 2 on myself to get rid of the wound and the poison here. We're going to lose the muddle as well. And then I'm going to use the top of Taunting Fate, gaining 1 experience, and do a heal 6 on the red guard. Putting a bless in their deck. The only question is then, should I consider Stampotting here to have another turn? My allies would like long rests. But if I Stampot, I mean, what am I even getting for a top here? Suddenly I don't have Dark. Lure of the Void would obviously be great, but no Dark. I mean, I guess I can't I mean, I can just short rest is the point. Some other people are going to have to short rest as well. In the end, I didn't use the shield on Redguard. Oh crap, I still haven't even done Redguard's attack here. Sorry, I got distracted by that. So we were supposed to do an attack 1 here and here, with disadvantage in both cases. Attack 1 wound. Alright, here we go. Bear first. Okay, then the imp. Another curse maybe? No. So in neither case we deal any damage, we do apply a wound here. Alright, I mean, the issue is just that I have nothing good to stand pot right now. Like, there's no top that I could get back, which would be particularly effective here. So accordingly, I think I mean, but getting back a top does work out so well. Yeah, let's get back something. I guess just the last journey. Sure. Oh, but then we're using our mod deck when it's just chock full of curses. Seems bad. It's sort of something we want to avoid, isn't it? Well, we don't really have anything else more effective to do, so sure. Because we can use that with the weighted net, which would be pretty nice. Alright. Yep. Done. 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 Alright. So can these two get away with long rest now? If we're mobilizing this? I mean, the issue is, what if this goes before 26? And then we're sort of dead. So I think no. I think we can get away with 1 long rest, and we have to short rest here. I hate this scenario. God, I hate this scenario. So, like, technically I'm supposed to re-roll because I can't lose this, because you can't lose. Oh crap, it auto-looted the chest for me. It wasn't supposed to do that either. I was wondering, I could have sworn I saw auto-loot something. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess I gotta lose this. I have too many important cards that I can't lose, but this is why, I mean, this is specifically why the rules should be and have been changed for scenarios like this, allowing you to forego a bottom to do a loot action, because it's just too stupid to have cards that you just like straight up can't lose like this. So like now the red guard can no longer help us successfully complete this scenario if it comes down to it. We rely on having to keep the loot cards on our other characters, which is just so dumb. It's just like, yeah, not player friendly scenario design. All right, so yeah, I mean, this and this makes sense here. This just gives me the fastest possible initiative to make sure I go before the bear can attack the Voidwarden, since I need to keep the Voidwarden safe. The Voidwarden just can't afford to take a bear attack, so we have no cards in our hand. We would have to pitch 2 cards from discard, which would be, GG. So yeah, going as early as possible, and honestly making a pretty decent range attack that can pull it into one of these things is good here, I think. All right, long rest and go. All right, well, you're going at 80, so we would have been safe either way, but that's fine. Will Taunting Fate backfire? Would be a good prediction. Sure. I guess I haven't launched a prediction yet. I can do that. We'll do that right now. Not sure how many people will vote, but given that there aren't that many people watching, give me a second and I will start up the prediction. That is a reasonable choice. Or that is a good suggestion for a prediction. Especially in a scenario like this, where you have so many enemies that can do multi-target attacks. Shaman can have multi-target, and imps have 2 multi-target, and even bears can multi-target. And technically every enemy in this scenario can multi-target. So it's hard for us just to say, yeah, all the attacks will just go into the character who has a helm, right? All right. Sure. Will Taunting Fate backfire? I mean, I think hopefully everyone understands what Will Taunting Fate backfire means. All right. But just to clarify, so that the rules for this bet are perfectly clear, Will Taunting Fate backfire means, will we flip a bless on a target that does not have the Iron Helmet? I'm not talking about like, all right, if a target makes a disadvantaged attack where they flip a bless and it's as a +0 and a curse or something, and oh, they get the +0. Like, that's not really it backfiring because you don't even know what the other flip would normally be. I'm not going to necessarily go that far. Basically, this specifically means, will the monsters flip a crit hitting an enemy that is not the red guard? That is the question for this prediction. Will Tonic Fate backfire? I'll give 2 minutes for everyone to vote or to predict. All right, get your bets in. All right. So, how are we making this work? 1, 2. You say no, Dwarf? Oh, yeah, as a mod, you can't vote. Here, Dwarf, I can demod you and remod you. It's easy. Um, this room's a little bit annoying because I really want to pull this into Hazardous Terrain, but I also can't. I mean, you do deserve to be demodded from time to time for your spoilers, you know? Um, so we're using Jaws Lion pull and. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that Jaws Lion? Yeah, in Jaws Lion, you can pull or push as up to the amount, correct? But there's no real way to do the thing I want to do here anyway. But the thing is, I also don't want to finish next to this enemy. Because if I don't kill it, which is so likely because the Voidwarden's just going to miss her attack. Yes, you can. Yeah, that's what I thought. But there's just no way really to make it work is the issue. What I want to do is to pull it into this, but there's no way that I can go somewhere, pull it into that, and then not have it finish next to me. Fair, Dwarf. Fair. Alright, let's create wind. I guess we can just no, I mean I suppose moving it away is still helpful, but I also want to stay nearby for this. So let's just attack this and not pull it. So let us attack the cave bear. Wow, okay. That's pretty amazing. So if we had gone for the hazardous terrain play, it would just be dead. But obviously I couldn't count on that. We'll take it though. And then I get to move and create fire. And I guess I want to go here. Oh yeah, but I no longer have my bottom loot action. Hilarious. I love it. Okay, Void Warden's up next. So I'm going to use the bottom of Resign Frenzy as a move 4. I'm going to go to here, putting myself in a position where I can use my bottom loot action. And then I'm going to create Dark, and I'm going to use the weighted net here and attack this bear. Yeah, as expected, a miss. So we lose a curse, they get a curse, but it is immobilized. Okay, Force Imp goes, loses its stun. Of course, it flips the 42 while it's stunned. Takes 1 damage. Cave Bear goes, takes 1 damage, loses immobilize. Hatchet gets the long rest. Voidwarden's definitely long resting here. Alright, what are we getting rid of? I mean, we can't get rid of movement, basically. Yeah, probably just follow through. I mean, I guess we also have regular access to wind now, so follow through is actually a move 4. Like here, follow through is actually kind of nice. We just like executes this enemy. I can't get rid of any of my loot actions though. This is so good for removing poison and wound. Is it really just the favorite that I get rid of? But I just need the move 3s. Yeah, I think it's still the favorite that I gotta get rid of here. No. I'm gonna need jump later on too. I mean, I guess the red guard always has jump and a ton of movement. Yeah, we'll just try to make do. So this way we just have. We don't. I mean, I guess this is bigger movement, like I said, is the thing. So maybe that's okay. Yeah, maybe this is okay. All right. So we do a long rest on the Voidwarden. So on Hatchet, we need to go here, push you into that, and attack you. And we want to do this more or less as early as possible. Yeah. So with like this and this, and hope the 24 is fast enough. Yeah. What could possibly go wrong? Okay. As for you, can get to a Strangling. Yeah. Strangling here is real good. Real good. So then I don't necessarily even need to attack this other. I'm using up a move 3 to do it. Still think it's fine. How likely? I mean, this should just die. I mean, I guess it doesn't die if we miss on the first attack. We need to get exactly 1 damage from the first attack. If we miss, then we'll do 3 damage to it total, and then we'll need... No, but we can still make this work, actually. Hold up, hold up. Let's do this, actually. This works, and I'll explain why. So, first of all, this gives us slightly better initiative on Hatchet. So, Redguard is going to do Strangle and Chain top. I mean, I guess if the imps do stupid 5 initiative thing, we just... I don't know, I just rage quit the scenario. Like, I just can't stand imps. So, I have fire, so I'm going to do an attack 3 on it, presumably do 1 damage, but even if I don't, it goes down to 2, right? And every time it's attacked, it takes 2 damage. Or sorry, it's not going to go down to 2, but it's going to take 2 every time. Even if it doesn't... Even if we miss, then when we attack it with this, it takes 2 direct damages down to 2. Then when Hatchet goes, we do the bottom of follow through. We go here, push this into that, killing it, and then with a move 2 plus boots, we go 1, 2, 3 to here, normally to loot. But if the Redguard missed out on the 1 damage, like if we didn't hit, so we missed the 1 damage, then instead we just do a default attack 2 here by just going here, push this, move here, and then just default attack this, and our default attack will still kill it because of Strangling Chain. So this works. Okay, trying to do the 43 again. So they've had, I mean, fortunately this time it doesn't matter, but they've had 7 flips thus far, and thus far they flipped 3 times 43. So 3 out of 7 when it's 2 out of 8. It's not too high above the average, but still. Oh, and the Cave Bear is going to go before me now. Well, that just made things a lot worse, didn't it? And by a lot worse, I mean a lot worse. There's just nothing we can do about it, though. It's obnoxious. All right, well, let's just do the thing we can do here. I mean, yeah, the annoying thing is just the Cave Bear's initiative here, but what can you do? All right, so I'm going to consume the fire, gain 1 experience, and use the top of Strangling Chain, attacking this imp. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 3 damage. And it's strangled. Yeah, because we got a +2. We also create fire. Yeah, 5 minus 2 is 3. And then I guess I'm just going to use the bottom of Warrior of the Sun as a default move 2 and go to here. So that it hits me rather than hitting Hatchet. I think that's better. Is it even better? Not sure. Hatchet's got this to just heal the wound off next turn. Yeah, no, I guess it's fine if Hatchet gets hit here. Alright. Cave Bear goes, moves to here, takes 1 from its wound, attacks Hatchet. 5, jeez. And then we're going to take 1 from our wound down to 4, or down to 5, actually. We go, use the bottom of follow through. Consuming wind doesn't give me experience, doesn't really matter, it's gone anyway. I have move 2, push 2, move 2. I'm just going to go to there. Both these things die to the wounds, and then I'm just going to use the top of Rip from the Flesh to loot this. 1 chest down. That's the end of the round. Get a long rest here. Heal for 2. Oh, sorry, this actually dies then. When it goes. Oh, whoops. We should have actually had one of these coins on Hatchet as well. Because Hatchet definitely needs more gold. Alright. What are we losing here? Well, Lure of the Void was actually very good here. How much more difficult terrain is there? Let's look. Without looking at the map, we've got 4 traps and 4 difficult terrain. We've seen 2 difficult terrain, so Lure of the Void seems still very good. So what is losable? Just none of our cards? Every single one of our cards is amazing? Or a Voidwarden? I mean, like... Yeah, I mean... It's sort of crazy, but I think we're just getting rid of the last journey here. We just have too many curses in our deck at this point for this to be consistent. Our plan is just to not make attacks using our deck at this point and to continue to curse ourselves. So I actually think we just have to give up on this. It's a shame because now the weighted net just does nothing. Excuse me. But I think this is the most reasonable line. I mean, it's that or we like get rid of one of these, like Freeze the Soul. But Freeze the Soul is just so good. We have a lot of high point value enemies in this scenario, so. All right. So into the next room we go, right? We have fire. So we can just do this plus this, yeah. Very much so. I mean, I guess the issue is that's not enough movement. We hit almost every... We don't hit the back row. But if we're going in, it's so important to have shield. I mean, whatever. If we don't hit the back row, it's fine, I think. Man, not having the move boots is so brutal. We did actually use the jump boots for once. So there is that. All right, time to go heal this off myself and just make an attack with this, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Rather go at 30 than 24, just to avoid multi-target attacks. Not that there are actually any multi-target attacks in this scenario in that bracket. So accordingly, let's actually go at 24, because then we can use Gift of the Void. I mean, I don't really want to Gift of the Void Hatchet, who will go down to 4, then 5, so Hatchet would be down to 3 life if we use Gift of the Void and Hatchet. We don't have any other guaranteed things that work when we go in, so yeah, I mean, I think that's the line we're taking anyway. So this initiative plus movement works out well. That's not the one. That's the one. I almost played myself. Played yourself, fool. Alright. Red guard's up. Strength and self. Move to jump. Please tell me there's not too many things in the back row. Two enemies in the room, and only one of them I'm going to get to hit with this, huh? Nice. Well, some regret. Alright, well, at least that's doing that. And my wound is going to be very effective. To there. If I was starting with a level 8 hatchet, would I still take Rip from the Flesh? Could I take the move 4 instead? Yeah, I could take the move 4 instead. No, I probably would take the move 4 instead, yeah. Yeah, if I was starting with level 8 hatchet, I think I would take Sharpened Blades just as the move 4. Rip from the Flesh obviously doesn't scale particularly well. It's fine. Like, I have no regret taking Rip from the Flesh. It's definitely good at low levels. The heal 3 does not scale very well, though. So, whereas, like, the move 4/6 would scale a lot better. Even though it's... Sharpened Blade's also not a good card. But, yeah. Just a standard move 4/6. So, yeah. No, I would take the move if I was starting level 8. For sure. For sure, for sure. Also, like, level 6 is going to give us a really good initiative. Which is something we were lacking. Like, one of the biggest reason we took Rip from the Flesh again was just because of the initiative. If the initiatives were swapped, we would have taken the other card. So, but once you get to higher level, you have slightly. I mean, you get access to another good initiative. So, all right. Anyway, I'm gonna make an attack 1 wound targeting this Earth Demon, which isn't really gonna do anything, but hopefully flip some curses out of my deck. No, it's just not gonna do anything. Okay, so we consumed the fire, gained 1 experience, and we did 2 damage here and wounded you. Okay. Now Hatchet goes. So Hatchet takes 1 from wound, but we're going to heal 1. We're going to create Earth. Fortunately, the Earth is going to get used. So boop, boop, boop. 1, 2, 3, like so. And then I'm going to use Center Mass as an attack 4. Just like to kill the imp right away. Isn't that safest? Shame, because next turn I'd like to ricochet. But I would need the new favorite to kill this anyway. But I guess I could just not... So what if I do it? I could just do this, right? I could just attack this here, not use the favorite, and next turn use my ricochet fancy hat combo, throw the new favorite here, kill it then, and then still hitting this additionally. I guess the annoying thing is then the favorite's going to be back here. Otherwise, I just hit this with the favorite now. Try to bring it down quickly to make it easier to kill this afterwards. The annoying thing is, yeah, I mean, the ricochet combo will still do respectable damage there. Yeah, I think this is fine. All right. And so since I'm going to do the ricochet combo next turn, I'm just not going to use the eagle eye goggles here. I don't think it's correct to use them. So, yeah. This is just going to be an attack 4. I guess I don't need to use... Or I just hit this here, and then maybe we just do... The annoying thing is just... If I kill this here, I put the favorite behind. Ricochet sucks then because I've only got one target left. And all my favorite matter stuff also sucks because the favorite is inaccessible. So in every way, this would just be bad. Yeah, so I should always attack this. The question is whether I should use the favorite or not. I guess I could just not use the favorite here. I think that's the safest line, actually. Especially since I'm not going to use the goggles here. So let's just make an attack 4 on this Earth Demon here. I think this is the discipline play. Yep, exactly. I was just too afraid of that if I use the favorite here since I wasn't using the goggles, and it really makes sense to save the goggles for Ricochet next turn. All right. Well, our tech whiffs, but so be it. Imp goes and strengthens the Earth Demon. It's not going to matter. Voidwarden's up next. So I'm going to use a move 4 with the bottom of Resign Frenzy. I'm going to go to here, actually. Here, even? The question is just which one of these I'd rather gift the attack to. It's tough. I think Hatchet. Redguard has how many curses still in deck? Only one curse left in deck. I don't know how many curses we have in our deck. Yeah, we're a 60 card deck actually, right? So we have... Yeah, that's right, because we just remove 4 -1s is the thing. Yeah, and then all the rest has been replacements. So we have 0 curses in our deck. We have 1 curse left in our deck. What have we flipped thus far? A negative modifier? Yeah, it's probably better to gift it to Hatchet. I guess the problem with gifting it to Hatchet is it puts us in a worse spot for progressing through the room. Here's just better. Yeah, it's so much better for us to be here than here. It's actually a lot of movement difference. So I still think I'd rather go here and just give the Grant a slightly worse attack. Alright, so Redguard suffers 2 damage. Poison you. Great Dark, using Gift of the Void. Consume the Earth. So this is an attack 5 with advantage, performed by the Redguard, targeting the Earth Demon. The Strengthen doesn't actually matter because the attack grants advantage no matter what. Okay. Sure. So 5 damage. Alright, Earth Demon goes, takes 1 from its wound, heals itself, loses all these things. Cave Bear goes and is dead. There was no earth for it to consume, so there was no immobilizing. Okay. Well, we're going to just do some things. See what they do. We're also going to do some things. Should be a bit better. And we... Because the annoyance is we now don't have an easy thing to pair with... I mean, like this, but... Or Lure? Actually, Lure's just insane here, right? Yeah, Lure's actually insane here. But the initiative is the thing that's not insane here. I mean, this initiative is actually... Well, it's not, because it goes after... But the imp is going to be dealt with by our allies, so this actually is still just fine. Well, if I guess the imp's going to be dead, this sort of also is a little bit worse on bottom, huh? Huh. But there's just no other bottom I can really play that does something. I definitely don't want to use Taunting Fate, because I really need to be using Taunting Fate to heal. So we just need so much more healing. I guess I'm just using Suggestion for initiative here. Initiative is actually very important because we have such a good turn. And we're just going to rely on our allies to deal with that stupid imp. I mean, whatever. This is bound to happen at some point. All right, the imp has a million shield and heals itself for 1. Red guard's up. Red guard, we have a move 5 with Sand Devil. Go to here. And I'm going to create fire. And I'm going to make all adjacent enemies suffer 1 damage. So you suffer 1 and you suffer 1. And that's it. So I should have used this. I missed out on 1 health if I'd used this in the first room. It was a bit of a mistake. Oh well. I mean, not a mistake. It was a judgment call that didn't pan out, I should say. So now we're going to use Fancy Hat. At +1 to all your attacks this round, using Ricochet, targeting both of them. 8 damage is already getting dealt 100% to this Earth Demon here with the Hazardous Terrain. So there's no real reason to use the favorite here. So I'll use the favorite here. I know we're attacking into something where we don't deal a lot of damage, but the wound also does something. Okay, and I'm definitely not using the Piercing Bow here. This room is easy enough. So, this is an attack 4 on the Earth Demon and an attack 7 on the Forest Imp that also wounds and pushes, etc. I'll use the goggles for this. I guess we'll do the Earth Demon. No, we'll do the Forest Imp first and then the Earth Demon, because I would naturally do the Earth Demon first, and my first instincts are always wrong for targeting orders. No. Yeah, It knew that I would think that I was wrong, so it... Alright, whatever. So, +0 on an attack 7 into 7 shield means 0 damage. If we flipped in the other way, it would have been perfect. This Forest Imp would just be done. Yep. So we get a wound here, and the favorite is in the Forest Imp now. Yeah, it was 7, did 7, no damage. And then here, of course, where we didn't need any damage, we get, how much? 4 plus 3, so 7. Sure. Alright, Voidwarden's up. So yeah, now this is just completely wasted. I guess now the good thing is I can give a curse, so sure, that's a small upside. Alright, I'm gonna use the top of Lure of the Void, disarm, range 3, force a target to perform move 1. Just gonna move you into this, which is 4 damage, and you're dead. And then I'm gonna do my move 3 with Suggestion. I guess I can be the one to go grab this, although the Hatchet also needs to go grab it just by using Retrieval anyway, right? Yeah, because we need to pick up our favorite, so this is kind of just natural. So we can just go here and give them a curse. There you go. Alright, and that's the end of the round. Alright, so long rest here. You have to play these 2 cards. Whatever, we beat every initiative that matters. And us, just do a heal. And honestly, a stun, just to be safe. Yes. Alright, Voidwarden's up. So I'm going to heal the Red Guard for 6. Give them another Bless. Gain an experience. Using the top of Taunting Fate. Then I'm using the bottom of Freeze the Soul. Stunning this Imp. Just in case we were to somehow fail to kill it with Hatchet. And cursing myself. And again, I don't care too much about cursing myself. I don't plan on using my modifier deck. Oh. Crap. Player curse. There we go. I don't care too much about cursing myself because I just don't plan on using my modifier deck in scenarios like this. Alright, Hatchet's up. I'm going to gain 1 experience for using Repeat Shot here, targeting an enemy that has the favorite in him. So this is going to be an attack 5 here. Would really like to just draw +0. Alright, I mean, whatever. At this point, you're just showing off Hatchet, but we'll take it. So this is dead. And then we're going to use our boots plus Retrieval to do a move 2, loot 1. Going here, looting this, and looting all these coins. Okay, so that was the long rest round here. Alright, so we heal for 2 more, back up to full. Choose a card to lose. gotta be this or this at this point. This is better. Like, this combo I think is better than... I mean, honestly, alright. Which combo is actually better? So this is 2 shield. This is 1 shield, but also 1 direct damage. So the damage is the same. This just provides more mitigation. But this has a move 4, and this is a move 2. This also creates fire, whereas this one creates light. This one strengthens. That matters mediumly. And this can also allow for some repositioning. Although then, I guess if we reposition, this doesn't actually... It doesn't immobilize that one. I don't know. It's close either way. I mean, it's always one of these 2 cards that gets cut. I think I'm inclined to cut this one. All right. So, long rest over here. Time to open the next door, right? I do this and this. I just hope that the imps don't do something disgusting. Yeah, so getting some shield and doing a long range attack that pulls something next to me seems really good here. Accordingly, it actually feels better now, but I mean, these are just my 2 best cards, and I should play them. Because no matter what, I'm getting a good action. Cursing is fine, but it's not as impressive as making a giant attack. I guess we won't. No, we will have wins, so yeah, we can even... I guess we'll only get to do the Master Influence on one of the 2 actions, but I think this is still fine. All right, let's go. So we go first. We're gonna do move 2 jump, strengthen, shield, etc. Opening here. All right, there are some enemies. We're gonna have 1 more movement. Let's see what you're up to. Okay, good to see that. Please another 43. Oh, 42. All right. Well, really lucky flips here. We'll take it. We'll take it. Okay, so want to kill the shaman first for sure. I mean, well, no, but I want to pull the shaman to me because there's a decent chance that if I try to attack one of the other ones, I just kill it, which is going to waste a ton of damage from the Voidwarden here. The shaman is more threatening than the imps, which is crazy, right? But it also has a ton more health. So typically, it's better to kill the imps here first and then just focus, like, try to CC the shaman. But if I go for the imps here, basically what happens, like, if I attack one of the imps with the red guard, I'm likely just killing it with an attack 5. And then the Voidwarden's just not doing anything with either of her cards, right? Because there'll be nothing adjacent to the red guard. We can, I guess, 1, 2, 3. I mean, I guess I could gift the attack from here to here. I don't actually even think I could. This is weird. Do you actually, I guess, chat question, does the Voidwarden have to have line of sight to the target of this attack? I don't know. Because then theoretically, I guess we could still gift that attack here. But we just get so much more damage by pulling the shaman here. I mean, sort of. I guess because the imps also heal. So maybe we don't. So I guess it actually really matters. Because, yeah, if we, like, we're going to do 5 here, but then the imps are just going to heal 4 of that damage back. So if we just kill one of the imps, and then we can just attack the other imp with the red guard's attack. I mean, I guess the imp will be here anyway. So, I mean, we'll always have line of sight of it. But, yeah. I mean, so I guess I should actually just do the better. I mean, I guess the downside is what happens if we don't flip a +1 on our advantage attack here? Then this is worse. As long as we flip a +1 or higher, it's better. How's our deck looking at this point? So the 1 curse left in it? All right, let's take a look. So how many? We have 1 0 in our deck total. That's we've already drawn. We've also already drawn the -1. I don't believe we have a -2 in our deck. Do we? No. Yeah. So we don't have the 0 or -1 left. So actually, our entire deck is +1 or better here, except for a miss and a curse. So we would have to draw specifically a miss and a curse to not kill. No, all right. So it does make sense to just try to kill one of these and then do the gifted attack to try to kill the other imp. Okay. So even though it's a shame because we get such a cool turn where we pull the shaman to us, and then because it's in range, we can do both this and this, you know. But because the attack 5 would just get healed off by the imps afterwards, that doesn't actually work out to be better. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so let's attack imp number 10 here with this attack. Man, I've been so happy with flying sickle. Holy crap! Great wind. So attack 5, range 4, pull 3. I mean, I will use the pull if somehow the attack fails, but no. Alright, so that creates fire as well. And we kill you. Oh, I guess the question is, did I want to move one more? Probably always, yes. I mean, I guess I already flipped for the attack, so technically, yeah, whatever, let's just stay here. Just wasn't paying attention, but that's fine. Alright, so the imp goes. We'll move it to here. The shaman goes. Which movement do you have? 4 normally? So 3 here. 1, 2, 3, like so, and puts another bless in their deck. Oh no! Alright, so I gotta do something special here. Because of our bet, right? I mean, did actually that many people even bet? No. B-Tone bet. Alright, well, B-Tone, I'll do this one just for you. So this one is a special one. That's just gonna blend in. Sure. I mean, that's just gonna blend in as well. All right, here we go. So in order for us to know whether whether Taunting Fate actually backfired or not, we need some proof, because unfortunately now there's a Bless in the deck which is not from Taunting Fate. So here we go. So I'll mark the special Bless. So if we draw it, we can check. All right, Voidwarden's up. Oh, so wait, this does all work out. I didn't need to pull because of the things. Yeah, never mind, I'm just an idiot. I forgot they're just going to move up because they're not doing range attacks, you know? All right, so let's begin using the top of Wicked Scratch, creating dark, gaining 1 experience, and we're going to consume the wind first. The fire is more valuable, but I theoretically might even just use both of these. Okay, so this gives us an attack 5 with advantage to the red guard, targeting this forest imp here. Okay, man, wish we'd done that first here, but whatever. At least we kill this, which is great. All right, and then I'm going to use the bottom of Stand Fast. 1 ally within range 3 may perform attack 3, range 3, targeting the enemy of your choice. So I'm going to have Redguard attack the Shaman. So does Redguard really care about fire next turn? I mean, Strangling Chain is actually very good next turn, isn't it? Not gonna lie, I forgot about the prediction. Fair. Yeah, I mean, given that you're the only one who bet, I understand. That's the problem when we have a lower viewer count. There's just less engagement with predictions, which is understandable. I mean, Strangling Chain is very good next turn with his fire. It's probably better than 1 attack here. I think. At the same time, yeah, it's probably better than 1 attack here. Sure. So let's not consume the fire for this. So this will just be an attack 3 with advantage performed by the red guard. Sure. Nice, we got the last curse out. So 4 damage. And we're done. And Hatchet takes a long rest. Heals for 2. Freshes this and this. Chooses a card to lose. Want this, want this, want this, want this. Want all the cards. I mean, I can't lose my loot cards, is the thing, because, again, special scenario rules, very engaging. I mean, we don't have wind right now, so maybe it's just time to get rid of this. It is a move 4 sometimes, however. Yeah, that's got to be a worse card. It's not a move 4 right now, anyway, so. Alright. So the question is, do we short rest or long rest on the Voidwarden? I mean, we don't need our boots back right now, so I think it's just a short rest. We can do some pretty good stuff, too. So, this is hilarious, right? Thus far in this scenario, I've taken 2 short rests, and both times on a short rest, I've hit my loot cards. Which is, again, just why it's so good not to have the rule where you can forego a bottom action to loot. So good. Such a great rule. God, I mean, this is why these things have been updated appropriately. Anyway, we're going to re-roll here. I can't lose this. Sure. In general, I mean, upgrade Wicked Scratch versus enhanced Wicked Scratch versus unenhanced Wicked or Gift of the Void is pretty close. But obviously for this scenario, it's really not, because we have to have a loot action to give us back up against Hatchet exhausting, essentially. Okay. Um, So what I really like to do is to stun the shaman. I can never stun the shaman before he can do his disgusting stuff, though. Accordingly, I mean, I could just disarm him and then get to do something more effective. It's probably the most reasonable thing to do is just do like this plus this. Just disarm him for next round. I mean, are we not just going to kill him here, though? Is killing him not just better? Maybe killing him's just better. Maybe we just kill him. Seems like a reasonable idea, right? Alright, so if our plan is to kill him, then let's go about the killing. Uh, so we would need 2 movement or 3 on Hatchet. If Redguard moves up first, so we definitely want Redguard to go first, right? We want to do we want to give him a Strangling. So we're using the fire here. We don't have light. Light would actually work decently here, but I guess that case we're just doing the disarm here. No, that's also fine. So 19. So we want to go after 19 on everyone else. Hatchet's like, after 19? Oh no, that's going to be really difficult for me to do. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do the thing you need me to do here. All right. I mean, this and this aren't looking very good right now, so I think I'm just going to actually move with this here. Because I just need a default move 2 to go to the door, basically. And then Voidwarden, we're just going to pop off a bunch of attacks. So with this and this. Yep. And this should combine to be enough to kill the shaman, unless he does his stupid disarm, and then we don't get a strangling chain and everything's ruined. No, that's going to be the curse. All right. Well, I mean, this is painful, but it's not as bad, so, as the disarm and the immobilize both would have been. Shaman goes, attacks at -1, normally attacks are 4, so here 3 on both of us. Oh god. I'm scared for the Voidwarden here, I suppose. So first on the Redguard, then on the Voidwarden. I mean, that wasn't Taunting Fate backfiring, actually. That was just... Of course, the ordering there. Yeah, I mean, so we have to pitch a card. That is really going to do the thing for this scenario, huh? Having to lose a card here is just a disaster. 6 damage, we have exactly 6 life. No special way about it. God, that flip. Like, them doing specifically this turn, I mean, I don't know, like I said, I guess there were 2 other things they could have done which would have been worse, so... Well, not actually worse than given how that actually flipped. Yeah, at this point, I can't... Like, the forced movement is actually really good here, because there's a lot of traps and hazardous terrain in this scenario. Non-move bottoms, I'm just going to have to accept that I can't keep. But maybe the stun is actually better than the 2-target curse as we get later in the scenario. So actually, yeah, let's go like that. Okay, and we each get a curse. Just when I thought they were out, I pull them back in. Yeah, that's just so bad. So very, very bad. God. I mean, a +2, +1, all that stuff is fine. It's really just a bless. There are 3 blesses in their deck, though. Of course, the one he just put in there. God. All right. Yeah. So I mean, no damage to the Redguard, who's at 20 health and has a bunch of shield items, and a crit on the Voidwarden. Yep. All right. Shaman's done. So Redguard goes. I'm gonna do. I can convert the dark into light. It doesn't really change anything. I mean, we're gonna use the element one way or another, so I just won't. I'll do a move to disarm. Gonna move to here, just going as far as possible towards the next room. Disarm you. So next turn you can flip your heal action. Then I'm going to consume the fire, gain an XP, and give him a strangling. So I'll put the immobilize on him as well. So every attack on him does 2 additional damage. Or he suffers 2 damage every time he's attacked. I should phrase that differently. Okay, +1, so we do 4 damage here. I lose that. Redguard's done. Hatchet's up. Oh no, sorry, I had to stop here. Otherwise I won't have range for Wicked Scratch. Plus, coin. Again, the outcome of this attack didn't change my decision here. I just forgot about Wicked Scratch for a second there. Alright, Hatchet's up. So on Hatchet, I'm just going to use the bottom of Ricochet as default move 2. Going to here. And then I'm going to use the top of Center Mass to perform an attack 4. I'm going to use the favorite here, because why not? So 7. Should I be trying to save the goggles for the next room? I mean, this enemy's just so dead here. I don't think I need to use the goggles here, but I will use the favorite just because it's so free. Yeah, that's fine. So 7 damage. Plus 2 more because of Strangling Chain. Yeah. Okay. I could push it, but I don't want to do that. Alright, Voidwarden's up next. So I'm going to gain 1 experience. Create Dark. I'm going to consume the old Dark. I'm going to do this first, because if we kill with this, then I can just do a default move, which is better. Alright, so we're going to gift an attack 4 plus 1 because we consume an element. So attack 5 with advantage performed by the red guard targeting the shaman. And of course, this will do 2 bonus damage. We'll have to get the curse out of the deck here. No. So 6 plus 1. So yeah, this thing is very dead as expected. Strangled it. And then we're going to do a default move 2 with the bottom of Stand Fast. Should I take this opportunity to go pick up a coin and move slightly more? Using my boots, but then not going in the correct direction here is sort of crappy, though. If I use my boots, I can go to here. So let's just not use our boots here. Let's just go to here. I mean, I actually really want to beat this scenario. I don't want to be inefficient with movement to grab coins. We still got a lot of scenario left. All right, so this is going to be hard. I mean, like, this room we don't actually have to fight. We just have to fight these 2 rooms, essentially, and then after that we can just try to run here and sneak the coin. Or sneak the chest. Sadly, we don't have jump since we had to lose the favorite in the beginning, but I don't think it was realistic to try to carry that up to this point. All right. Yeah. Oh, the favorite's there as well. I think I'm just going to move a ton and go open the door and try to draw the enemy. No, but drawing the enemies back to us actually doesn't help because we have to go in to get the chest anyway, so it's not like we can save movement by fighting them closer to us. It just sucks because... God, how am I so short in cards? Yeah, I'm going to guess this was just this rest cycle. Alright, so we just do these things and go pick up the favorite, and then do we have stuff to do in the following turn? Yeah. We've got like this plus this. I mean, otherwise I use retrieval with the boots here. I guess I don't need to use the move 3 here. Basically, the moral of the story is I should just use this for movement, and then I have, yeah. I'll just use this as default move 2, and then, yeah. Yep. Okay, we're just gonna go create fire then, I suppose. Actually, I'd rather keep this and lose this, and this is gonna create fire for us. Since I'm gonna short rest after this, it actually does matter which cards I play. So we'll just do through this, and so for us, just gonna move a bit. How much movement do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4 gets us next to the door. We're there. We're there. Yeah, sure. Let's do Taunting Fate. And move 4. Yeah. Alright, Red Guard's up first. We create fire with the top of Barbaric Instincts, and we do a move 5 with Sand Devil. Going to here. Hatchet's up next. I'm going to do a default move 2 with the bottom retrieval, and then I'm going to use the top of Rip from the Flesh as a loot 1. Looting this and this. So favorite's back, and we got another coin. And then Voidwarden. So stamina potion there, stamina potion there. Oh, should I have stamina potion here? Yeah, that actually makes sense here. This is actually a good time to stamina potion. There's no new information. What would I want to do? I guess I can move into the room with this and use burn away the dark on everything in the room. We don't get to gain the shield here then is the annoying thing, but this is still very good. So yeah, let's use our stamina potion because then we can all have turns here. Moving along quite nicely. I mean, we are. These rooms, it's just all about... The scenario is sort of just like a lunch... Like, after the first room, it's just a longevity test for most of the rooms. With, like, I mean, again, there were 2 enemies here. 3 enemies here, but again, pretty easy to blow them up. So none of the fighting is really that hard. It's just more longevity test. And longevity tests are unfortunately an issue for Jaws line characters. I mean, when we play persistent losses all in turn 1, because we're essentially 9-card class, 9-card class with, I mean, here our movement is good. Here, limited movement, right? Really, I mean, I really just wanted to keep testing the new favorite, but normally for this sort of scenario where I'm playing as optimally as possible, I would use the new favorite for a bottom for sure, and just use the regular favorite, just because having a move 4 all scenario would be a much bigger deal. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't need to stamina potion yet here. I mean, I guess no, because what I will do then is I'll play these two next turn, and then the following turn I can just stamina potion to do fancy hat ricochet. Yes. Yeah, that works. Yeah. Okay, so Voidwarden, who are we healing? Ourself or Hatchet? Probably Hatchet, I guess. So I'm going to gain experience. I'm not sure that I want to be right next to the door. I mean, I guess if Redguard's running in, but the issue is multi-target. If I have to pitch more cards. I mean, Hatchet's going before they multi-target next turn anyway, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's heal Hatchet then. So we'll heal 6 on Hatchet. Give them another Bless. And then I'll do move 4 with Resign Frenzy. Like so. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, disarming before 43 is probably a good idea. I don't love having to run into the room myself. I guess I have an Invis Cloak, and I'm not sure it's really getting much better than using it. The Invis Cloak can be used to get the last chest, though, allowing us to move one turn Invis Cloak and then the next turn use our bottom loot action. So it might just be safer to go for a next turn disarm. We also don't have Dark here. I can create Dark with a potion, though, if it's good, but that would also require me having to go after the Hatchet. Who knows how good it's going to be. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think a disarm for the following turn is good. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's basically the difference of having a dark or not. If I had dark here, I think I would go before Hatchet, but the possibility that I might need to use the potion to create dark means I really need to go after Hatchet, and so I can't go at 23. All right, Red Guard's up first. I'm not going to consume the fire here because I want to consume the fire here, so I'm just going to do... I mean, I guess technically I get that information after moving, so let's see. So either way I'm creating fire and I've got the old fire, so we're going to do move 4. I did flip over my stamina potion, didn't I? Yes, which also was another item usage, by the way. Now I only need 2 more. Open it up. Just 2 bears? Huh. I thought this room was harder. Yeah, so this is really just another longevity test scenario, huh? Okay, -1 moves. Yeah, I mean, they're reaching us either way. Sadly, we're disarming them after they go, so... Probably still better to wound both of them. I'm gonna hurt a little bit here, though. Alright, drawing them up is probably still better. I don't see any reason leaving them here would be better. It would only be better if our plan was somehow to grab the chest and leave, but I mean, these have 5 movement, so it's not like we can outrun them. Our characters move less than they do. Yeah. I suppose let's just go up as much as possible then. Keeping them clumped up just allows the loot action to grab coins as well. It's a small upside, but I think that's good enough. Because, yeah, us from here, we get to attack 1, then we get to do the thing next turn. Yep. All right, so let's go there. Also, I guess keeping them here makes it harder for them to do, like, if they flip a multi-target, to hit us. Although, we'll see. I mean, they still shouldn't have too much difficulty with that. Gain 1 experience, and I'm going to use the top of Burn Away the Dark as an attack 1 wound on both of them. So I could gain the shield here, and this would deal 1 more damage to each of them because of shield spikes. So either way, it's like wound is 1 damage, although wound is going to be more than 1 damage because it's going to be 1 damage this turn and at least 1 damage next turn. So basically, we're choosing between 2 mitigation and at least 2 extra damage, but probably more. It's only minimum 2 extra damage if they're all both dead or they heal next turn. And I think I'd rather just have the extra damage because longevity seems to be a bigger cost here. We've got defensive items and we still got the heal 6s from the Voidwarden. Okay, so that's the thing then. Attack 1 wounds on both of them, left and then right. Yeah, of course. Of course. Classic. I mean, whatever. Better to get curses on this than our attack 5, right? Just hilarious flips, though. All right, Hatchet's up next. So on Hatchet, I'm going to do a move 3, heal 1, range 1, create Earth. 1, 2, 3. I'm actually going to heal the Voidwarden here. When I long rest, I'll get this health back, so I'd rather just do a healing there. And then I'm going to do... oh, but damn it, I should have consumed it for the shield. I forgot we can apply... We're going to apply Wound with the stupid new favorite. Ugh. Yeah, in that case, it was only one instance of Wound, so the shield against 2 attacks actually would have been better. But who knows, maybe they'll flip a curse. And it will be alright in the end. Alright, so I'm going to use Repeat Shot, and I'm going to throw the favorite here. I guess I shouldn't actually throw the favorite here either, though. Because I'd rather throw the favorite next turn when I use the goggles with Ricochet. It's not like I'm going to be killing anything by using the favorite here first. So actually, it doesn't make sense to throw the favorite here. Okay, so I'm just going to use Repeat Shot as an attack 3, range 3, and I'll hit the more damaged one in number 3 with this attack. Well, it would have been fine anyway, but still, I think it actually did make sense to do it like this. All right, you're down to 11. No reason to potion for mana or whatever, or what have you. Oh yeah, but I do want to use my stamina potion. There is a reason to potion, just not mana potion, to get back Ricochet for the turn we want to perform next turn. Necro went down for about 2 hours. What did I miss? Ah, sorry. Well, we got pretty hammered in the first room, and since then we've just kind of been breezing through. I mean, if you look at the rooms, there's not a lot set up. There's 2 normal enemies here, 2 normals and 1 elite here, and now we're facing 2 normal enemies. So really, it's just like we've gone from difficult fighting to difficult longevity test for Jaws line characters. So we're just kind of moving through and doing our things. There was one really bad flip where the shaman that was in this room on its like single turn where it actually got to act meaningfully, it flipped a 2-target curse, and then it flipped a crit on the Voidwarden with an attack 3 crit to 6 when the Voidwarden was on 6 health, exactly. So we were actually forced to pitch a card on the Voidwarden. That's been the biggest development. So yeah, I mean that was very costly, but hopefully we can manage. So we've essentially shrunk everyone in our class to a 9-card hand size for this scenario on a very long scenario. So we'll see. I mean, it doesn't seem like we're going to die to damage, but we can certainly die to stamina before we reach the end, is basically the point. Okay, Hatchet's done, so Cave Bears go. They attack at +1, so 2 attack 6s on the red guard. Yeah. Yep. No backfires there. We've got a helmet, so 6. And a curse. Okay, well, then I guess it was fine in the end. So this and this on the 6. So that was the first one. So we have no innate shields. We have 2 shield from our 2 items here. So we take 4 and deal 2 back. Okay, so Voidwarden's up. Going to use the bottom of Suggestion as a move 3. Just going like this, I think. And I'm going to disarm the one on the left. And not move it, because where it is honestly fine. I could have moved 2 more. I still wouldn't be in range of the chest, so it doesn't really matter. I can't move it first. So, yeah, there's no way to make that work. All right, I'm going to long rest on the Voidwarden. I've got nothing really I need to do here. I mean, I guess I can short rest. I don't really recover my boots or anything. The health I get back doesn't really matter right now. And I could just be making contributions here while the Redguard long rests. Yeah, that's probably fine. Let's actually short rest here. We actually can deal damage here, which is nice. All right, re-rolling again. Every time. All right. I mean, that sucks because I'm pretty sure that's going to be really good in the next... I mean, I know it's going to be really good in the next room, but... We can't have our only loot action for this scenario on one character. We're down to 6 cards? Really? Yeah, so we've got no stamina potions left. So how many turns left do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 turns left to make it to there, and kill these things, and loot that. I don't think we win this. I don't know. Alright, well, anyway. Maximum damage here for sure. I mean, I guess there's a chance we don't kill this with the hatchet. This should die to the hatchet. So yeah, we can just go slower and just do as much damage as we possibly can do here. I guess the problem with playing this is then we can't go loot this ourselves. Hatchet has to go up there to loot that, which I really don't want. That's going to cost Hatchet so much additional movement. It's just so annoying that we can't. If we could forego bottom actions, it would be so much better, because basically we could just make a plan where we go here, we have Redguard just like jump all the way back to get this chest, we have Hatchet just immediately go towards this chest, and we have the Voidwarden stay here to get this chest. But because we can't do that, Hatchet's just no longer, or Redguard's no longer capable of helping us loot. So Redguard can't really, I mean, can't contribute to anything except fighting at this point because of these rules. So it's so important to have that. Can I contribute to something else on top here? I mean, I guess if I'd gone next to him, I could have done this. Maybe some regret in regards to that then. Yeah. Oh, wait, I was the last to go, wasn't I? Yeah, so I actually can just fix that. Oh, no, because I have my short rest. Yeah, I have my short rest. I have new information. Damn it. There's just nothing for me to do if I don't do Wicked Scratch Top, though, and I really just want to do as much damage as possible. So, I mean, I guess we're just accepting that we can't loot this one. It'll have to be Hatchet who does it. It's so bad, though. How do we even do it with Hatchet? Yeah, I mean, we just do a move 3 and a top loot. Wish Voidwarden had a better loot card. Yeah. I mean, it is. Well, we mean this a little bit differently. I wish Voidwarden had a loot card that wasn't Wicked Scratch, is sort of the thing. This is actually like, I mean, the loot action itself is fine because it's a good action. Like, strengthening while looting is nice. Like, this is a nice modal bottom. It's just that it's attached to a card you have to play. All right, Seedorf. Yeah, let's go like this. All right, so Hatchet's up first. We're going to use the bottom of Fancy Hat, plus 1 to all our attacks this round, top of Ricochet. So we've got attack 4, attack 4. I'm going to use the new favorite targeting this Cave Bear here. So that's attack 7. I'll probably be using the push here if I don't kill it. So attack 7 with advantage here, and then an attack 4 with advantage here. Okay, so 7 plus 2 is 9. This one's dead. Favorite is dropped there. And then here. Okay, 4 is 8. Sure. Cave Bear goes, loses disarm, takes 1 damage from its wound. This is the non-move attack. Alright, Voidwarden's up next, so I'm going to... I guess technically it's better to start by gifting this, because then I could move. So, gift, 1 experience. I'm going to consume both of these elements. I'll consume the fire first, I suppose, because I'll probably have to do the bottom. So, Wicked Scratch, gifted here. Alright, so this was an attack 5 is the base, plus 2 for the modifier, so 7. Down to 3. And we did infuse fire, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we did. Okay, and then we use the bottom of stand fast, consuming the earth. Boop. Gifting the attack to Hatchet, so it's not disadvantaged. Sure. Still kills. They're all dead. Yeah, that's what I meant. Looting always felt bad when I was playing. Yeah, it does feel really bad. So Wicked Scratch is way too important, so. Okay. Okay. So long rest here. Nothing to, well, no, sorry. We take 1 from the wound, and then we heal 2. Boom. All right. So we're going to long rest on Hatchet. We don't actually get our boots back, which is a shame because we need all the movement we can. But I have, like, basically I'm just long resting here to choose the card that I lose. I guess, is there a tempo issue? Basically, everyone else is going to start advancing this way, and it's going to take me a while until I go up here and do all this stuff. Yeah, I actually should short rest here. Oh, this is a dangerous short rest. Okay, it's just got to be. I can't re-roll because I can't lose loot cards, which is, again, why this is not a great design. But it's fine. We'll manage. Okay, so what I have to do here is I have to do a move 3 and a top loot 1. Thank God. I mean, honestly, I don't think we would beat this scenario without Rip from the Flesh. I guess if we had to move 4, it would be easier to then do the bottom, so maybe. So this and this probably. Yeah, we're just never catching back up after this, but it is what it is. I believe I blew my gold on a couple high price items, so I need the gold. Yeah, yeah. Voidwarden does not get gold quickly. There's no doubt about that. Okay, so we did our long rest here. We get to choose what to lose. At this point, it's just always this. Need all the movement we can have access to. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure, that works. Lets us pick up a coin. On our way. So we'll do that. And for a top action, not do anything. Just throw away a card I don't really care about. So here I just need big move, and then like top, top. I guess it's annoying. Yeah, hold on. Let's actually do this one. I'd like to create the fire next turn, because then the following turn I can do Burn Away the Dark. Basically, like, I want to do this bottom, then this bottom, then this bottom, which allows me to do, I mean, a throwaway top, then this top, then this top. I think this makes the most sense. Next turn with a move 5 from here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which doesn't reach all of this room. Like, there's a lot of stuff back here. I don't remember if there's the enemies back there or just the chest, but it's too risky that Burn Away the Dark just doesn't hit anything next turn. So yeah, let's just go like this and this then. All right, and us, similarly, we're just going to keep on moving. I guess I'm just doing the Heal Bless on myself here while we move. And then next turn when we get into the next room, what am I even doing? Moving up next to someone, hitting him with Freeze the Soul. Ugh. Yeah, our rests have not been kind to us, and we just have to keep movement cards. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what we're doing here. Should I do a move 4 this turn instead of a move 3? No, move 3 is fine here. Better to have the bigger move next turn, I think. Doesn't change too much either way. Okay, so Voidwarden's up first. Gain 1 XP. Put another Bless in their deck. Heal myself for 6. Do move 3. 1, 2, 3. Like so. Red guard's up next. Just do a move 4 and nothing else. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hatchet's up next. Do a move 3. Heal myself for 1. Go to here. Recover the favorite. Get the thing. Get the thing. Yeah. All right. So favorite's back. This also belongs to us now. As does this. And we also created Earth. Oops, not fire. Earth. Okay. I mean, for now, we're just not doing anything. Just moving. I guess there's a world in which I can attack next turn. There's not really. There is not really a world in which I can attack next turn. No, so it's this plus this. Okay, here goes. Red guard's up first. Move 4, creating fire. 1, 2, 3, and we're here. Yeah, I thought the enemies were all up there. So if I'd done it, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, range 2. Nope, be hitting nothing. 3, so 1 more movement. Okay. What are they up to? Hopefully some nonsense? Not nonsense. God, my hands are cold. Alright. How much movement do they have? They have 2 movement because they're all normal. So 2 movement, but then they're sort of exceptional pattern. Yeah, so they can't hit us even if I'm here, right? Yeah, I don't want to pull one. It's a shame because pulling one into the hazardous terrain is so tempting, right? Just adding 4 free damage. But it can never make sense because then they get to hit me and I get immobilized and it's just so much more annoying. Also, just getting hit is annoying. So, but I can still move up 1 more, I think. If I go to here with my last movement, again, this one can go to here. It could actually hit me by going to here, but they won't go to here because again it's a hazardous terrain. So they go here, can't hit me. Yes. So none of them. Yep. So I can go to there, and then I'll use the top of Flying Sickle, creating wind, and I'll make an attack 5, range 4, pull 3. Not pulling. Just make my attack 5. I'll target number 1 because it's the one that's going to come up the most, or come up the soonest. Okay. Sure. 6 damage. And again, no pulling. All right, Hatchet's up next. Just doing a move 3. I guess I'll use my boots here. So why not? 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. All right, Voidwarden's up. 4 with Resign Frenzy. 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. Yeah. Do I have my boots? I do. So otherwise I could go to no, here I get hit, right? Yes. Nope. Just to here. I'm not going to go towards this. It's basically going to be the job of these two to beat these things, maybe with a tiny bit of help from Hatchet. Hatchet's going to be the one to just jump into here and try to snag this one, whereas we are going to do our best to try to get the Voidwarden over here so that she can loot this. There's also this trap wall behind, and we don't have our forced movement anymore. We don't have lure, and we don't have the compass either. Damn. But we can jump over and pull one of them, I guess is the most realistic way to worry about doing that. But not right now. All right, Earth Demons go. They're going to consume any element to create any element. I'll just have them consume Earth to create Earth. And at +0 movement, they have 2 movement. So 1, 2, but can't hit with its pattern. 1. And so, yeah, here it can hit. So this would actually go to, yes. All right. These 2 cards, that's all we have left. Our turns are not very dynamic. There can be no doubt about that one. Here I'm just short resting. Sure, at this point. The healing is not what we're in for. Alright. How can I do some things here? Move 3. Are those traps stun traps, though? Yeah, I knew it. But jumping over works. But so Voidwarden can't jump. So we actually do have to... We have to trigger a trap. I mean, we can move one of them into a trap with suggestion as a loss, is basically the thing. Or we can pull one in next turn with the red guard. But if we get immobilized, we can't jump to the other side with red guards, then we can't pull one in. From where we are, can we make it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we can't. So we need to move up this turn anyway. But then we can't get hit by any of them because, well, I mean, I guess if we just go to here anyway, it doesn't change too much. So I kind of just have to move one of them into a trap this turn. How do I make this work? So let's see. Let's try to figure out a plan here. So if I were to do this and this turn, let's say, moving, let's say, you into this trap. The problem is I need them out of the trap then as well. Because then he's blocking, and I can't use one of them to do both the traps because the trap stuns. Problems. So we just need to take a longer approach, or like a slower approach here. We can't rush this, is basically the moral of the story. So an approach that involves killing, more or less. Some amount of killing. God, losing Lure of the Void is so brutal. I mean, we lost so many cards that we needed. All because we need to keep a bottom loot action. All scenario long. Red Guard's also not adjacent to one of them yet, so Wicked Scratch doesn't even do the thing unless we go after 31, so I guess we need to go after 31. We could stun one of them with a bottom here, which is nice, but then we're not doing anything on top unless we're doing this turn on top as a loss. So what if we do this and this? We just like send one of them off and then stun another one? Will we have enough turns to do everything we need to do, is the question, I guess, at that point. So the issue is that, Dutch, it's not that easy, right? Hatchet doesn't have enough loot. I mean, like, Hatchet doesn't have enough movement to make it to this chest and to this chest, right? This is actually just, I mean, mathematically probably impossible at this point. So if we move to this turn, maybe technically possible if we were never impeded, but extremely improbable, right? 2, and then it's like 3 movement a turn. So how many movements? That if we have 3 movement a turn, we can factor in the boots afterwards. Assuming 0, never being impeded, which we don't have jump, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, I want to say 17. So it would require 17 total movement at 3 movement a turn, plus the boots to add in a little bit extra. That is like 5 turns exactly. So assuming that we were never immobilized and never impeded, and I think that's exactly how many turns we have left after this, right? 1, 2, we have 6 turns left. Technically, it is possible, but extremely improbable. Again, this would require just literally nothing being in our way, us not being slowed down by anything a single time, and being able to do a move 3 every turn, which I'm not even sure we actually can do. So, I mean, yeah. My point is basically, while technically possible, I don't think it's realistic to plan around that. That's why we accepted losing a loot on one of our characters, because we essentially need 2 loots. We need 1 for Hatchet because Hatchet goes and gets this, and we need 1 for one of these 2 characters to go get this. Because we can't realistically have Hatchet go get both of them. I mean, otherwise we could have Hatchet come get this one, but since these characters are already engaged with this, it sort of makes sense for them to get this one, and then Hatchet to, in a few turns, go get that. Because Hatchet's just had to go behind since we had to get the other thing. So, all right, let's see here. If I play this and this turn, then next turn I do a move 4. 2, 3, 4. Go invisible or something, who knows. Then this needs to move out of there, which it may. So we would go to like here, but it won't if red guard. I mean, how does this even work then? Well, let's just see if we have enough turns. I guess regardless of where they'll be. So then we do a move 4, which move 4. Or let's say move 3 because that's realistic because the red guard might be here, so we might not be able to go all the way up. So we do a move 3 to here. I guess that's fine because then afterwards, the next thing we'll need to do. So we'll be out of cards here. We'll have 1 card lost. We rest. We have 3 cards remaining. So technically, we could just exactly make it if nothing goes wrong, and then play a bottom loot afterwards. Playing a loss here costs too much, I think. So the real question is, how are we ever getting... I mean, otherwise, I guess just the red guard will have to tank one of these traps. Just long rest next turn is the other possibility. This just doesn't give us anything good to do here. It's just so annoying. God, the Compass here would be amazing. Lure of the Void here would be amazing. We just have none of these things. I just can't play a loss here. It's just not possible. If I hadn't had to lose a card to negate damage to the Shaman, then I would be fine. If we can't play a loss, what can we actually do is the issue. I guess the answer is go after the red guard and move up a little bit with this plus this and just try to kill something. Worry about like force movementing them afterwards. And if they do multi-target range attack consuming the earth, yeah, I mean then it's just scenario over. All right. There's not so much we can like. We can't play around an infinite number of things here. Is the reason why I didn't there. All right, I've got to move to an Hatchet, and that's all we're doing. So red guard goes. So yeah, they're just doing standard stuff. The immobilize is the issue, right? The immobilize is the issue. Once I get immobilized, I can never get myself to move into that trap. But if we waste too much time fighting these enemies that have so much health, we'll just never make it there either. I mean, I guess if I if I tank the immobilizes here, and then I long rest, remove the immobilizes, go early into the trap the following round, that does still work. So sure, I think that's the plan at this point. So let's use the bottom of Sand Devil to jump. Does it move 5 to here? I mean, there's a world, I guess, in which I could just consider playing Sand Devil and using it to move. I was actually not considering that. It's just like said Sand Devil, and I thought, wait a second. If I were to play Sand Devil here, how many turns do I have left on the red card afterwards? I have 4 turns left. 4 turns of Sand Devil moving these things into the traps and out. Yeah, that's actually better. That is definitely better. That's just the best line here. Okay. So what I'm going to do then instead, I guess, is I'm going to do the bottom Burn Away the Dark to do a move 2 disarm. I'm going to go to here, and I'm going to disarm this one here. And then I'm going to gain 2 experience and activate the Sand Devil. Oh, Sand Devil, even in a scenario like this, you will still end up coming in clutch for me. Alright, so I need one of these. I had one, but I accidentally got deleted. Oh, that's not at all what I wanted, though. Whatever. I was trying to shortcut things, and in the end, we're making things harder for ourselves. Also, this imp just does not want to be clicked on. Imps refuse defeat. All right, fine. Let's grab it from up here. Oh no, but I've already. Whatever. I just create another one. There we go. All right. Sand Devil up. Okay. So now the Earth Demons go. So this one's gonna attack. This one is gonna. They just have standard turns, right? Except that they create Earth. This one goes to here, is going to suffer a damage and get muddled. Okay, and so there's going to be, and this one's disarmed, so there's going to be, they attack for how much normally? 4? Yeah, so an attack 4 and then an attack 4 muddle made on us. So the attack 4, a crit, sure, that's the one with lower health, so I want to use all my stuff on that. Ooh, this, oh no, was not reset, I guess. Oops, well, maybe it was, I don't know. Too difficult to say at this point. No, because the other thing was a curse, yeah. So 4, 2 damage to you, 2 damage to us, and then the muddled one is a miss. Sorry, I need to blow my nose quickly. All right, back. Sorry. Okay, and we're also immobilized. Which is fine. We can just long rest and let the devil do its work. So, Voidwarden's up. We're gonna do a move 3 here. I guess I actually don't want to move up is the annoying thing. Unless I don't long rest with the red guard. I guess I could just not long rest with the red guard and just do fighting stuff here. Sure. So let's go like this. We'll just move up to here. Well, I guess technically no matter what, I should do this first. So first, I'm going to use the top of Wicked Scratch. I'm going to gain 1 experience. I'm going to create Dark. I'm not I mean, I guess I can actually be consuming an element next turn. If I do this and this. So I could leave the Earth. I think it's just too risky to leave the Earth, though. Yeah. So let's consume the Earth using Wicked Scratch. This is an attack 5 with advantage. And I'm just going to be attacking number 1 here because this is the one we're closest to killing. Okay, so 6. Giving them a taste of their own medicine with the immobilize. All right. Yep. And then I'm going to use the bottom suggestion, and I am going to actually move up, because then I can do an actual top next turn. All right, long rest here, so we got a short rest here. Ooh, I do really want that, don't I? But I also need my giant... No, I guess I have enough. Well, I don't actually have enough giant moves at this point, but I do. I have a move 4, so it's fine. All right, let's reroll. Sure. So we had to pay 1 life here. So here we want to do this and this specifically. And here. So I think I'm going to just carry... I mean, like, I could put this one through the hazardous terrain like this and then there next turn. But I really think I want to carry the immobilized one because it won't move is the nice thing, since it's immobilized. So, because if I carry another one up and then it does a move action for the turn, it's just going to come back, which I don't want it doing. This one I can just guaranteed get it into the thing by going early next turn. So I think I prefer to do that. So this one will stay here. It's good to know. Accordingly, I guess I didn't need to do so much damage to the one that's immobilized then. Because, well, the trap killing it is actually good. Yeah, I mean, so it's fine. I needed to do 3 less damage. No, 2 less damage than I've done, but yeah. Alright. Accordingly, what do I want to do here? So I need to make sure that, well, I mean, either of these things always goes before them. Actually, even this goes before them. I guess disarming one here is good. But this bottom is also really good. But disarming is just safer here because I basically don't want this to do its cone attack and hit the Voidwarden. Although the cone attack wasn't a reshuffle, was it? No. So they can't do that. And the multi-target range attack they can't do either because they don't have Earth. So we can actually just get away with doing this here. We don't have fire, so I guess what we're doing on top is probably just like this. Sure. Or, no, I'm immobilized, yeah, so I can't move. Yes. So, like, this looks good. Okay. So, red guard's up. Earth demons are just doing... Ah, they were trying to do multi-target range attack this turn. Alright, alright. I see you. So, Sand Devil goes first. Sand Devil is going to go, like... Oh, this, you shouldn't be immobilized anymore. So it's going to go to here, deal 1 damage to you, and then pull you up to here. Putting you down to 5, muddling you. The muddle doesn't... I don't know, that muddle actually does matter, because, yeah, you're making a range attack this turn. Okay, okay. Fair. Alright, does that change how I want to do things here? Not really, no. Goal is just going to be try to kill this. So, let's just make a million attacks here. So, I'm going to attack this one here. I'm going to make an attack 2, and attack 2, and then I'm going to do attack 2 at disadvantage, and attack 2 at disadvantage on both of these. Okay. So, attack 2, 3 damage, attack 2, 4 damage, so 7, disadvantage, attack 2, 3 more damage, so 10, and then on the other one, a miss. Alright. Oh, picture-in-picture list today. Oh, yeah, crap. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Yeah. I didn't understand for a second. I mean, I guess at this point, there's not really any reason to put it up right now. Good call. Yeah, sorry. If you notice that in the beginning of stream, just feel free to remind me. Again, it's so difficult because I don't have the habit. Like, I spend so much more time playing. I mean, like, for example, this weekend, I just played a bunch of Frosthaven stuff, and so I don't use it there, so I just don't have the habit of putting it up. But my bad. I'm really sorry to all the viewers as well. I know the picture-in-picture is a nice quality of life improvement, and I really do apologize. I just didn't even think about it. Also, was kind of in a haze this morning and a bit of a hurry, etc. All right, so that's everything. We're done. So now the Voidwarden goes. So we lose the Immobilize. I'm going to regain it. That doesn't really matter. So I'm going to attack here with this first. So I'm going to just make an attack 3 poison, targeting here. Happens rarely, but it can happen. What do you know? Oh, we still have our stamina potion. Ah, I didn't count that actually into the math. Would have been a little bit easier to do all the things. I didn't realize that we didn't... Did we not use it? No, we did use it. I just forgot to flip it. Yeah, I did use my stamina potion. I'm sure I didn't have my stamina potion. Yeah, I used it on that first rest cycle. I just forgot to flip it. I was going to say, I'm sure I didn't have it. That's why I was thinking in my head that I didn't have it. All right, so attack 3 poison. Wow, we actually didn't flip a curse. Incredible. So that's poisoned. +1. And then I'm going to consume the dark to let the red guard make an attack 4 using stand fast. So it actually... No picture-in-picture today. Yeah, sorry. it would be so much better to make this one attack here because it would be advantaged, but with so many curses in my deck, it's actually a disadvantage for me to have to use my modifier deck. I guess I could technically dismiss this, but no, then I mean it's still just worse. So it's better to just consume. Like, it's funny how I guess it's just because of like making the rules simpler and wording that this isn't a May, but it's funny how sometimes having to use your deck is actually a disadvantage. So yes, I will instead have the like I could make an attack 4 with advantage here, but it's actually better I think to make an attack 4 without advantage performed by the red guard. So I'll have the red guard attack here, neither advantage nor disadvantage. Oh, by the way, we've used all our items a million times at this point. So here we go. Oh yeah, we knew what the last card was anyway, I guess. So you're dead. That's good. And we generate fire. Yep. All right, so the Earth Demons go. So they're both going to make disadvantaged attacks on the red guard. They attack for +0, so these are attack 4s. Disadvantage because the further one is muddled, and the closer one is making a ranged attack without moving, so also disadvantaged. Okay, so 5, sure, and 4. 5 and 4, so 9. Yikes. All right. All right, and here we get a long rest. Nothing to heal. All right. What are we losing? Well, at this point, all that matters is movement and looting. So move 3, move on top, loot, loot. So this card is literally the least useful card for us. Okay. So we're immobilized, so we can't go do the things, but we can just disarm this one and go early to put this into that. Voidwarden, I can actually just short rest here. I don't need to long rest. I have the card I care about in my hand. There are 2 cards that I have to keep, absolutely, which is this and this. One's in my hand, the other one's in my discard. So this is a free short rest here, and just allows us to potentially get this chest a little bit faster. My boots don't need to be refreshed or anything like that. Yep, sorry, stand fast. This one is really going to come down to the wire, huh? All right, so with a move 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus boots, yep, I make it there, and then the following turn I can do the loot. So this, the top, I guess I can, no, I can't do this actually. I want to do this, but I can't. Want to, but I can't. I could just play a loss to take care of this one. That's just not necessary here. I can just throw away my top here. If I want to do that next turn, I can do it, but yeah. We'll just play a nonsense top here. All right, and so Hatchet, we just need to start moving. 1, 2, 3. I guess I can actually make a ranged attack. Sure. Which heals? Sure. No, then I'm losing out on my movement. No. No good. I mean, do we think we can end next turn with 5 movement from here? For here, 1, 2, 3, and then a move to loot 1. Yeah, we should be able to end next turn with that. So, yeah, sure, let's go heal. Let's be a pal. Worst case scenario, we can always invis afterwards. If it doesn't quite work out. All right, so red guard's up first. I'm going to do this bottom here. I'm going to disarm the adjacent enemy, and I'm just going to do a default attack 2, targeting you. All right, 2 damage. And I disarm him. I don't even know what they're doing. I didn't pay attention. Standard attacks, okay. All right, Hatchet's up. I'm going to do the bottom of center mass as a move 3. 1, 2, 3 to here, and then I'm going to do attack 2, targeting this Earth Demon. Oh, sorry, first, when the Red Guard went, this is the reason we did the Sand Devil. This goes to here, and again, these were damage and stun traps, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Oh no, poison and stun. Oh dear God, it's not dead. I was so sure it was dead. All right, well that does change things a bit. I mean, I guess I wouldn't have hit it because I still needed it moved there. All right, yeah, that's interesting. Okay. All right, well, I guess we're gonna have to take another turn here then. I would have maybe rearranged how I did things here a little bit, but whatever. Yeah, nothing else to it than that. So these are the things we did. This one's disarmed, this one's back there stunned and poisoned. Sure. This is just, yeah, I mean, whatever. Should be okay. All right, so Hatchet makes an attack 2, range 3. I guess I'll just use the the new favorite here, then why not? So we'll hit this one, and I'll use the push and everything. I mean, what if I need it in the next room to push something out of the way? No, yeah, that's stupid. Let's not use the new favorite. That's dumb. This room should be fine. The next room is where we could actually lose by not having access to it. Basically, the damage shouldn't matter in the next room, but the free push certainly could. So yeah, let's not be dumb. All right, so we'll just make it attack 2 then. Sure. So we do 3 damage here. We'll do 3, and we heal the red guard for 2. Okay, so then the Voidwarden's up. So I guess we're just not making it to exactly where we wanted to this turn. So I'm going to do a move 4 with the bottom of Dark Frenzy. Go 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. And then I'm going to do an attack 3 with the top of Freeze the Soul. Yeah, nothing else to this. Yeah, kind of expected. It's poison, but it's already poisoned. So how do I make this work now? So next turn I need to move there. And the following turn I can loot. So next turn I need to go invis. Next turn is the turn I go invis. I can't this turn. The thing's stunned for this turn though, so that's fine. And the next turn, as long as the red guard goes before me, this can just move it over to here to stun, to restun it and to get it out of my way. Sure. Okay, so the Earth Demons go. Do they create Earth? Yes, they do generate Earth. And that's all, because this one is stunned, and this one is disarmed. Okay. So the question is, do I even risk it here on Hatchet? Or do I just take... So I thought we would all end one on the same turn, but here there's a little bit of a danger. It's so much better if this scenario, if we grab both of them on the same turn. The reason for this, to explain, is that, all right, so if Hatchet goes here and gets it this turn invisible, I mean, I guess next turn we just long rest and we're safe. The issue is if we can't get it this turn, but we need to go invisible this turn, then next turn we, I guess, we go late, but going late doesn't really work very well. Yeah. Because someone needs to survive is basically the problem, and it's not sure that it'll be in here. All right, so here we have to short rest because we just have to go early. Sure. I guess I can go early no matter what, and the disarm is actually good. So no, let's actually reroll. Sure. All right, so I'm just doing this for initiative and this just to disarm. I'm just playing these 2 cards. So I could just go slowly. I'm basically only gaining 1 movement by going slowly here, 1 movement towards the door, but I'm also gaining better timing is basically the best way to put it. I mean, I guess unless we need to do it next turn. The issue is just the invis. I think it's just safer to go... I don't remember exactly the layout of this room. I mean, I feel like no. Yeah, it's safer to just wait 1 more turn. It's safer to just wait 1 more turn. So I guess if I'm going to wait 1 more turn, I need to short rest next turn. That's fine, because my plan is specifically to use these 2 cards to get it. So, but if I play 2 of these, I mean, yeah, so I can always reroll, I guess. If I short rest, I can always get back retrieval. The issue is if I hit one, if I hit rip from the flesh on the first reroll, I can't reroll into retrieve. I can't reroll because I would lose retrieval. If I hit retrieval and I reroll into rip from the flesh, this makes it potentially riskier if I can't get it the first turn. I think it's still fine. We could even go longer. We'll see. I think it makes sense to just move a little bit here and be safe. All right, let's go. All right, so red guard's up. So the Sand Devil goes from one trap to the other. God, I love the Sand Devil. I could move it more, actually. Actually, probably should. So sure, let's move it then all the way down to here. I love the Sand Devil. All right, and so then I'm just going to do a default attack 2, and I'm primarily just going to disarm this one. Oh, I guess disarming it doesn't even matter because it's not attacking. Oh god, that would have been so bad. Good thing we went before. Range 3? Yeah, that would have been so bad. Oh my god. I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that this could happen. That immobilize would have been brutal here. Alright. So what I actually... Oh. But the hatchet. The hatchet's... Alright, so everyone's going before it. Thank god. Thank god, thank god. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Wow. Yeah, sorry. I have to go to the bathroom quite badly, but I'm trying to finish up the scenario first, so I don't have to do it on the VOD. And it is a bit distracting. So does moving this at all make a difference? Is there somewhere I should pull it to? No, I don't know that that's the case. I guess I could do here. Taking damage can't be worth it. I guess I'm just gonna go to here anyway. Disarm this. Not that it really matters. Sure. And I'm gonna make an attack 2 on both of them. I'll hit this one and then this one. All right. So this one takes 4 damage, and then this one is with disadvantage. It takes 3 damage. We don't get fire. All right. So then Hatchet goes, and I'm just going to do default move 2 here. Just go down to here. Not that it matters. I mean, here's the same. And then Voidwarden, I'm just going to do a... Well, I mean, I guess I can actually do Wicked Scratch here. So I'll gain an experience and create fire or dark. And I'll consume the earth. Oh yeah, I could consume the earth anyway. And gift you an attack on you. With advantage and all the bells and whistles. Okay, so we create fire. So this is normally an attack 5 plus 2 from the modifier, so 7. Okay, and then I'm going to do the bottom of Suggestion as a move 3, and I'm just going to go up to here. Doesn't really matter much. Sure. All right, the Earth Demons go. This one is stunned, and this one, so it doesn't have the Earth, so it just heals itself for 3. All right, so here we can long rest on the Red Guard. Here we need to short rest, and here we need to short rest. Technically, I actually could have guaranteed getting back what I needed because I have the Empowering Talisman to get back my Stamina Potion, but it wasn't actually necessary. Alright, sure. So I'm going to play this. I can't stun it, but I can like move that Earth Demon or something if I need to here, or potentially gain experience, I guess. Yeah. We'll first get to see because Hatchet will go first. Yeah, so that's the bad thing. So there's some risk now. This was like if I misremember how this room's laid out, if it's not possible for us to reach the thing with this amount of movement, there is some added risk now. All right, let's go. All right, Hatchet's up. I'm going to do the top of Fancy Hat. I'm going to gain 1 experience. I'm going to do a move 3, creating dark. Oh, it's just right there? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, sadly I'm going to have to mess with their stuff. It's just tedious. More than anything. No, I don't even have to. I can just show why it's not necessary. Okay, so I have more movement if I want to. There's no other coins in this room, so I'll just stop here. This is fine. And then I'll use the bottom of Retrieval to perform a loot 1, looting this chest. And I will just use my invisibility cloak to go invisible. Lost, discarded. Alright, the Voidwarden, I will do this, gaining 2 experience. Force 1 enemy within range forward, perform move 3, with you controlling the action, attack 3 target enemy of your choice adjacent to them. And I'll just make this go like this. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't, whatever, it doesn't matter how I do this. And I'll explain why. I just did this for experience. I don't care about the rest of the stuff. Yeah. Doesn't affect anything that actually matters here. Yep. So I will just lose this, and then I'll use this bottom loot 1, strengthen. Again, this doesn't matter. It just allows us to loot this chest. So we loot the chest, and we use our Invis Cape. Voidwarden got 15 XP, actually. Hatchet 4, Voidwarden 15. That's why it was weird to me when there was a poll asking people about which class gains the most experience. Everyone was saying that Hatchet is the highest experience gaining class. And for me, Hatchet has always been by far the lowest experience gaining. Voidwarden is typically the highest. Alright, yeah, so we loot, and we go invisible. Alright, and so we have more cards left anyway. We actually don't have another turn left because we played a loss here, but it doesn't matter. Only one character has to survive the round, and I think this would be surviving the round anyway. I don't really know, but fortunately it doesn't really matter. Wow, really? Hatchet sucks for XP, especially at low levels. Yeah, I mean, I agree, but for some reason people seem to think Hatchet has great experience. Hatchet, like, every time this has been brought up on the subreddit, has by far and away been the class that people think has the most experience. I really don't understand how. I mean, I guess if you play with the win build, obviously that's how you're getting a bit more experience. All right. Technically there's stuff that happens here, but I'm not going to waste my time doing all this stuff because invisible. So we can never possibly lose the scenario, and none of this stuff is going to impact what happens. I could have just not gone invisible to try to get to 2 health or less, I guess, but I don't think these would even hit me enough. I'm 11 health, so whatever. This is just the quickest way to get through the end of the scenario. So we successfully complete the scenario, which unlocks for us scenario number 20. Where was that at? H13. Yeah, thanks. That was not a given. I mean, I would have had one more turn left on the Voidwarden here if I didn't play a loss. I have one turn left on Redguard, and we have two. I mean, yeah, 2 turns left on. Well, no, we have one turn. No, we have 2 turns left on Hatchet. Yes. So yeah, I was about as close as possible. Like I said, that one is not. It was H13. I said right, or M13. Scenario 20 anyway. Let's see. Where'd the deuce? All right. I guess I just misread this. H13. Can't be in the water. Oh, it's just right here. Ah, okay. I see. Ah, very well hidden there, Jixera. I don't know why I thought it was down in this area or something. H13, number 20. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like I kept looking over here and seeing nothing in this area, and I was just like, well, it's water over there. Obviously, the sanctum is not in the water. I forgot that there was this little coastal area right here. It was well hidden. Appropriate for a sanctum. A necromancer sanctum of all things. Okay, so let us do game setup, scenario 1. Yeah, that's fair. I would agree. All right. So I can just get rid of the rest of the stuff. I'll do this all afterwards. I'm just going to cut the VOD here because this will allow me to quickly go to the bathroom, and then we'll come back. And so since we successfully completed this scenario narrowly, I mean, at +4, there's absolutely no world in which we successfully complete this scenario, just so that we're clear. +3 was definitely the correct difficulty here. So I'm like, again, there is the temptation to go up to +4, but especially after we had a pretty easy day on Friday. But after this, I mean, again, there's no world in which we beat this scenario if we have one higher monster level here. So +3 was definitely correct. Accordingly, we'll stick with +3, especially because the next scenario we're going to do, well, I'll explain after. The next scenario we'll do will be scenario 20. No reason to say things about it here. I know I've got some check marks to do, and we get to maybe do some leveling up and stuff like that, but I'll come do that right after I take a break. I mean, go to the bathroom and refill my water. All right, so yep, that's it for scenario 7. Thank you for all people. We'll be right back.